drop that. If you minimize that screen, that one right there, you won't have to worry about all that other stuff. Just minimize it.
I thought you wanted me to do the.
Just minimize. There you go.
No, okay.
And then when we turn it off, you just mute the camera, or you just
We got
shut the camera down.
All right.
Ready?
Okay, so welcome to the special call budget workshop meeting for Calvert City Council on May 28th, 2026. This is a call to order. We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance since we're in this room and this is official business. It's Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. So it is a special call meeting. We're gonna hang with the agenda, but part of the budget workshop, we're gonna be here for a few hours and it's an off meeting. So we are gonna partake of some food. So we're going to turn off the camera, go into recess, and we're not going to conduct any business and give ourselves, how long do we need to eat? 15 minutes? 20 minutes? 15, 20? 20-minute recess, and we'll turn off the camera and we'll get that done, and then we'll be back and start through the process. So with that said, we're in recess.
The audio will continue. Well, be careful what you say.
Just don't
Be
knock it.
ugly. Be nice.
You don't have to tell the script that. And the main thing is,
Anytime there's humans available,
Don't
you
chomp.
just make sure that you throw that out there. It's a
don't
disclaimer.
chomp your
It's that whole harmless thing.
No chomping.
So is everybody gonna eat?
Yeah.
Please tell me y'all are gonna eat. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're hungry.
Definitely. You may be getting, I'd go. Lord.
I'm going over my mom in a few minutes.
How did your third go?
That's right.
We had an opening. What is that? We get seven, we get seven, lots of work with that.
Poor thing.
Everybody go.
They're getting food, man.
We're
For a
recessed.
second, everybody listen.
We're on resume at 5:20. 5:4. Maybe 5:4. Stay all over guidance.
Mexican.
It does.
You got chicken, fajitas, steak.
No, no.
We have plenty, I'm
I'm
sure.
not gonna be here long. I'm gonna go to my mom. Staying with her tonight.
Oh my gosh, I didn't need but one. I think I got.
You get
three.
one?
Sit back down.
Okay.
Might as well sit back down.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be a good bit, isn't it? Well, you did the fourth one, did you? Or did you get the flour?
I got the flour. I'd rather have.
She is in there for anybody wants.
Probably need something else to go with that, huh?
Hey, yeah.
No surveys and no margarita.
I think I'm
Sorry.
right, Mister. If I'm gonna do the.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta have something to wash this. Yeah, I went over to Hometown Market. Oh, you got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
but good. Really? Now, is that Granger?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
On 453.
Oh,
You turn there, you get on 453 off by hand.
You're not eating this?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Oh,
Kevin and I are smart. We're waiting for the line to thin out. So
gotcha.
There's a lot of people.
I may make a
Yeah.
mess.
I was in,
Some of Emma's friends from high school live down that way. That's the only reason I even know where that is.
I was in a little town called Ligonier, Pennsylvania during Memorial Day weekend. And we had a historical event because Fort Ligonier is also there. They've done a real good job of restoration on that one. But afterwards, we went to a place called the Kitchen and Pantry. I swear, I think that's the best hamburger I've ever had in my life. And they do it different. It's not like standard hamburger. Most places, a hamburger just dressed different ways. This didn't even taste quite the same. There was more to it. I don't know. It was just, I don't know if they mixed pork with it or what, but it was delicious.
I had one today at the plant we made in the shop.
Oh, y'all plant, y'all cook?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hometown market's famous for their double burger.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Richard Nash introduced me to that.
Really?
Yeah. We used to go over at least once a month. We'd go over on Friday and do a bubble burger. Ralph would go. I need to go back. That's been a long time.
I'm going tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I'll see you there.
I think
I've been there all day today.
I told Lakin though, I said, just get me one adult for me and get one kid, because I'll make, I'll make one of the boys come with me.
Well, most of my family's.
They were so antsy.
Oh, yeah.
Last year, I thought, I'm not gonna make them go.
Most of my family's gonna be at the Brown Memorial. They're having a big race. There'll be people. It's like,
Wait, for your grandfather?
yeah.
Oh,
They do it at the same time that they have like a big race where they're gonna have it's like a big night for them anyway.
Mhm.
So there'll
There's
be.
a whole new,
It's like the biggest event of the year for 'em. Yeah, but I won't be there.
But
It'll be the same
You
night as
know.
Bella's recital.
yeah, you know what? Your granddad would want you there.
Yeah, I might go after, cause it probably went in till 10:30.
Oh, I bet.
I could go there. Where's that recital usually get done? Maybe like
Hey,
8:30.
Ralph's gonna do hometown market.
Ish.
We go over hometown market, get a bubble burger.
Mhm.
Been a long time.
We don't have time right now.
I'm not talking about right now.
Oh, you mean someday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since we went over there.
I used to go over there and get them.
Yeah. Alright.
Give me a double Bubba and a cheese sticks.
Jeez.
They're perfect. I mean, they're just like
There.
fried cheese sticks.
Just had the bubbles on and fish. I fish once or twice. You're there the right day.
Well, they're fish, if you're gonna eat the fish and more.
Get there early.
Be there early.
Yeah. Is that on Fridays or
Thursday.
Thursdays? Well, I've been there when they run out too. Brother-in-law takes a group and they golf at,
Yeah.
Deer Lake or something. yeah, you go with them, it's an all day thing.
he messaged late this afternoon and said he's having to go out of town for work very unexpectedly.
Next month. I'm gonna need Zoom.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna need Zoom for the council meeting. So. I can remind you. It'll be coming up in a couple weeks.
So you won't be here?
I'll be here by Wednesday, so you'll have to set it up. I'll be in Florida. I might Zoom you from the beach.
Oh, just to rub it
I'll
in.
think.
And I think that'd be mean,
I'll think about it.
except we would like the scenery.
Yeah, a view.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Although my kids they're at the beach all this week. I let them go themselves.
Oh,
But
really?
Emma's 21 and Ethan was
Oh,
18.
man.
So this was hard for me, but I did.
Oh, I bet
And
they're
it's
so excited.
rain every day.
Oh, no.
Do we ever answer right something?
Is he still working at the club?
No, he works in Habanero and Dragon.
Oh, I knew I had not seen him.
No, he said he would help them. He talked to Lee Watson, said he would help with the snack shack or whatever if they needed it. He thought about being a lifeguard and then
Yes,
decided against it.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's just in a week.
Yeah.
I've seen 2 or 3 different
A
young
long time
there,
there,
you know. Pro shop.
Yeah, that's what I've seen some people going down to work when I've been in the pool and I didn't know.
Some guy named Brooks, some guy named Eli, and somebody named.
But I'm going to next month.
Gene?
I'm in Florida. Same old man.
Yeah, usually I'm like this.
I'm there a week after next. And I'm gonna zoom in for some restaurant stuff.
Yeah, I knew you were going out of town. Will that be the second reading of the budget?
Monday. Well, I hope. We'll see
Depends on how well tonight goes.
see how tonight goes.
Oh, you talking about thank you for not sale.
Good choice.
Yes.
She told me. You know me, I thought I work on it.
I heard it's over there to my mom. I'm saying that. I mean, somebody's gonna be. I'm sure. So I don't normally go.
Anybody need any napkins?
He's right there, I can handle it. You lay on my arm, I can't.
I'll take one.
Uh-oh.
Go big, go pluck, you got any-
Back here, I got a little plate.
Kevin, you need a napkin?
No, I got one, thank you.
I do.
I'll be better.
I'm good.
So far.
There's Jim.
Hey, right.
Figure Austin will be coming through here in a minute. He smells, no, yeah, he smells it. He'll be coming up here.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, all this to go.
Oh, yeah.
No, you don't need it, so, yes, if that's one of them, so. Oh my God, 30 inch, now I got all kinds of like blocky. Tables. Very much. Sorry.
Dustin, have you been to the pool yet?
No,
It's cold.
I
Scott
imagine.
got in today. I couldn't even put my feet in.
I
It was
imagine
freezing.
all that rain. I mean, it's probably.
It'll warm up
I mean,
back-
anybody's pulls.
Yeah,
cold.
you
It
lie.
like bathwater, yeah.
Well, there were some people in the lake on Saturday,
Oh,
not me.
There hadn't been a lot of good time to go up there. You must just be waiting to watch the skies part.
I've been every day they've been open at least for an hour.
I drove by it, I say that'd probably be good enough for me.
Yeah.
Guys at the wall.
Country club.
Yep.
He always, but he was like, you the kids need to go up there back when he played golf and did all that. And I never went up there.
Probably 8 different kids, different times, you know, on the, so it's good.
That's John's new office.
The country club.
I was thinking, say.
Oh, well, yes, me too.
You know, I haven't toured a ship like that in ages.
Yes.
When we were little, we went on a Florida vacation. We took a tour. Must have been St. Augustine, had one docked there.
Used to be one docked at Savannah. It's long gone, apparently, when they went on back. Right, Navy was there.
Down the motorcycle there into the. Right. Pardon me?
I heard all the sirens.
I saw the motorcycle on the back of a Bailey's flatbed.
The motorcycle accident Monday too, wasn't there, at Gilbert's Field?
somewhere.
It was a nice harbor.
Usually sneak in some approval of minutes. Okay. Got a little bit going on. I get it. We're going.
I started going when I was in hospital.
Oh, no.
I looked at them, I was, oh yeah, I remember that, I started those.
Ooh, that Pico's got. I like it.
I don't ever get that.
I like it.
I'll eat it.
It's hot.
I put out jalapeno and an Anaheim pepper in the garden this year.
Gonna try to have a softball game Sunday out here at the park.
Really?
Pickup game. Uh-huh. How many people show up? Whoever wants to come play, come play.
Is that a regular thing?
Good
Go about Old Park or here.
Probably here. I was telling people Old Park, but I think it might be better to try to do it here, because I don't think usually on Sunday afternoons, I've been watching, I hadn't seen. I was afraid
I
people.
don't know of anybody that plays on Sunday.
Mhm.
There's somebody practicing down there.
Right now.
No,
Oh,
periodically.
oh, yeah,
I don't know what the pattern is.
yeah. I hadn't seen them on Sunday after. Used to, I would some, but this year.
If you get down there first, who cares? They can practice somewhere else.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Well, if they get down there first.
And you can go somewhere else. It's not hard. It's not math.
I'd have to use the small field. We can't use that big field. It's too, a lot of people are gonna be there, can't make 90-foot bases.
That's the truth.
I hope it goes well though. I'm excited about it.
When is it?
Sunday,
What time?
3.
You know, right on it. Golf cart.
Now you come join in.
Sarah said she might.
Yeah.
We have graduation parties.
Mm.
We get those with mine.
Mhm. 3.
A lot of those places, I understand that.
See what time Katie leaves. She's coming in this weekend.
We're just gonna do random teams. We'll just line people up. There'll be boy, girl, boy, girl. Got a field, boy, girl. Guys back, opposite handed. Whoever. There'll be a lot of old people like me.
Not this weekend, but next.
We'll go back at it. That's fine, as long as you don't get one of them women speed pictures.
Yeah.
Is it Saturday and Sunday or?
It's slow
Friday.
pitch. Yeah, it's slow pitch.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, we got to talking the other night, or it was a month ago or so. We were talking about just being some friends and how we used to play some out of Stuart Nelson and Churchville. And we just said,
Is the
let's just get a game done.
soccer thing
We'll try.
coming along, or you know anything about it?
Well,
Food great.
I wish it happened on this weekend. I'm not.
You got a lot going on that weekend,
Yeah,
don't you?
like I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Well, he didn't choose that weekend either.
No.
Somebody in, I don't know where, Greece somewhere.
Frog,
Yeah.
fairway. You know, I almost got a case of breast test that. You remember the other ones at breast.
I didn't know they still.
Maybe our bells would go for it.
They're on there.
Were they really? Well, I'd stop by on the way home. Fresca's is something from way back there in history.
Only that, Calvert.
I remember Tab, way back in the day.
Fresco was before Tab.
Really?
Fresco, Tab, Dot Right. Almost
Dot Right.
Yeah,
Diet Right has come a long way. Used to hated it. Now I like it.
yeah.
Tab,
Yeah.
You had Tab instead of Calvert.
Right.
In there.
Yeah. And of course, back in, we always talk about this, back in the day, you didn't have generic. You only had,
Oh, yeah.
you always had Diet Coke in our house.
well, Gary's Food Mart, he used to shop and he'd come up with, there was a drink called Fago.
Yes.
And he sold the holy smokes out of Fagos out of that location in Draffenville, which is now Food Giant, was
Yeah,
Rodney's and it was
right.
Gary's. Tabs were extremely popular. They were like the drink for a lot of
Mhm.
people.
Yep.
And I think somehow Diet Coke, the old Diet Coke moved into that role.
Mm-hmm.
This Diet Coke. Okay. 2-minute warning.
I might lay down here a minute, take a nap. This is important stuff.
Well, that's the danger.
We get done, we get done with the ordinances, I may take a nap.
You're not supposed to tell people that.
Wake up and down for a journey.
Yeah, I wake up now, y'all wake me up with that.
Well, we're getting there.
Okay.
I'll go get them. I'm gonna take my plate. I'll go do super.
All these numbers, I don't really care.
I gave you, let's go.
All the numbers you don't really care about.
I don't really care about it, don't mean nothing to me.
Oh,
Mumbo jump.
You go, oh, Glenda, give us a condensed version. Just
You're hungry, Claire?
stock up the large numbers to that. Get the little ones, would that work for you?
That will be perfect.
That's why we have the
Everybody
committees, I
take
think.
a bag of.
We know, and all that other stuff is the same.
End up spilling.
Every year,
Oh,
insurance,
all over.
health insurance, raises. Retirement. Office supplies, who cares about office supplies?
Disappointed.
I know.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, excuse me.
So much still. I'll use everything. Size small first.
What in the budget's Kevin gonna be upset about this year? Haven't found anything yet. Just a big deal.
Well, you're me.
Well, they just let Dustin read it and he can give us the update later.
Not for around my brothers, I won't.
Oh, no. Yeah, no.
Forbid.
Okay.
And they don't have chocolate chip.
No chocolate chips?
I live in student. Something I was like, when I get chocolate chip, I'm like, I'm going to.
It's strawberries and orange.
The strawberry ones are good. I've seen strawberry cookies.
I
Lemon,
went back twice.
I can do another.
Did you say 20 minutes?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I think I passed them.
We're not bad. We're not bad. 20, less than 25.
I can make.
Okay.
I knew with a line, we'd have to be longer. This thing, yeah.
Everybody, pretty good situation on the council. Everybody's good to come back.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we got some of the,
Nothing you got to bring it back up.
some of the gallery is still in and out, but that's fine. Put the video back on. Okay, so we've returned in the budgetary workshop. We've returned from recess. And we're gonna commence the discussion process pretty much like we normally do. And hopefully toward the end of it, we'll have an opportunity to come out and do the remaining part of the agenda tonight. So John and Glenda have been through this in various stages, and pulling information out in the midst of a new system rollout has really been a nice situation for Glenda. But at this point, I'm gonna turn it over to them. They've got their fingerprints all over it and very familiar with it, and have gone through, and I think they will present it in an orderly way. So anytime we have questions, we're gonna, I mean, council, anytime we have questions, just, pop in. We'll be respectful of each other's thoughts and comments, and get moving on this. Are you ready, sir? All
Are you
right.
gonna pull it up on here?
I can't put it up on.
Oh, you can't put it
No,
up
because
on
that's
there.
my computer and that computer not linked.
Okay, so we're going
They've all got the paper, and
Right.
the pages on the city budget are all labeled or number 1 through 51. So you will be able to run through that.
I'll tell you page numbers.
And y'all if you want, we'll start with.
I'll
the
talk about
revenues.
revenues.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
And if you get lost on your page, Squill, please make sure you're where you need to be.
So I'm gonna start on page 4. If y'all want to find page 4.
Page 4 of the city budget.
Yes, of the city budget.
I don't have.
Oh, no, it's on the back page. It's on.
Back.
You got front and back, yeah.
I stand corrected.
First of all, I just want to tell you some general stuff. I'm gonna be quick, Kevin. General revenues, the general fund revenues for this year are gonna end up about 1.2 million more than what we had budgeted. And most of that's consisting of some of property tax, payroll tax, and the insurance premium tax. And as I looked at those 3, they actually account for 85% of our general fund revenues. I just thought that was interesting. Okay, so talking about property tax, so that's the first one there. And you see that it was, in 22-23 is 1.2 million, then 1.2, and then 24-25 it was 1.5. And then this year it's going to end up at 1.5. I budgeted 1.3 last year. I talked to Tony. He has reassessed Calvert. So the assessments are going to be quite higher, he said. But when we do that with the DLG, when I have to do the worksheet, that will probably bring our rates down. But we'll see. We'll wait and see depending on what his assessments are. But I feel comfortable raising it to 1.4. So that's what I'm thinking on the budget for property tax. Some of these other ones are just smaller. I'm leaving the bank deposit tax, personal property tax, the same as last year. The omitted tangibles, I know that it's ending at 84,500, but I've always budgeted just a small amount because I never know if it's actually going to come in. So I'm going to budget 20,000 there. I am going to go out on a limb and raise it a little bit. The payments in lieu of tax. So on that, we have TVA and we have Paducah Power. And I'm thinking this year we will have Marshall Gaming, but I did not include that in there. I have sent an email to the attorney with Churchill asking him some questions about that. So I just did not put anything in there for that
So circle,
right now.
circle that line item 130. Depends upon what kind of clarity Glenda gets. That may be up to change. Okay.
Yes, so that might be something, yes, that might be changed in a week. Depending on what I hear. Payroll tax. It was 1.4, then it's 1.7 and 1.7. This year, I think it's going to end at 1.8. So I budgeted 1.6 last year. I'm going to raise it to 1.7. I do know that we have the loss of CCMA. I looked at that. That's about 58,000. So I have accounted for that.
That's in payroll.
That is just in payroll tax. That's correct. Occupational license tax, it's going to come in a little bit under budget at 286, but I'm going to leave it budgeted at 300,000. We had a large, like a 40-something thousand dollar refund to ISP, I think it was. So,
The drop in that from last year to this year.
right.
Actually, they overpaid
It
last
just-
year.
Yeah, that's that one, but overall, the
Mhm.
$300-some-thousand drop,
Yeah.
it just depends on how they do.
It does. You're right.
It's your net profit.
Yep. That is net profit, correct. Then the insurance premium tax, it's 1.1, then it was 1.9, then 1.4. We budgeted 1.4 last year. This year, it's going to end at 2 million. I am only going to budget 1.5.
Do you know why that?
I need to look and see. I'm a little hesitant to budget more than the 1.5. We just received a very large check,
Mhm.
and sometimes they might pay, like we get their check a little bit late, so it falls in this year, and then we get it a little bit early, so it falls in this year. And I'm a little concerned that maybe that's what happened with this one, but I have not looked at that.
From like 23 to 24.
It like in 22, 23, it was 1.1.
Yeah.
And then it jumped to 1.9, but then it went back down to 1.4.
What would cause that?
Isn't that figured on the insurance rates?
That's correct.
And they've gone up a lot.
But I'm just saying from 23 to 24, it went down quite a bit. And I didn't know if.
Yeah,
what the reason
so
might have been, but
I don't know. I'm comfortable with 1.5. I think we can hit that. We'll hit that.
I think that one's got a history of being pretty variable throughout. I know Ralph and I have had conversations about that back in years past. It's just kind of the nature of that levy.
You never know how it's gonna work out because there's no real way to tell.
Mhm.
It's all handled by third parties as far as the amounts and stuff, but it's not something we said other than just that one rate. So.
Yeah, it goes through the state.
It's a big number, a lot of variation.
Yeah. The ABC license fee, I have budgeted that based on the businesses that we have licensed right now, and that's what they will be paying. Franchise fee, it's consistently been up around 60. I know I budgeted 50 last year. It's going to end up about 82, so I'm going to raise it to 60. Zoning app fees, I'm going to keep them at 1,500. Penalties and interest, I'm going to raise to 6,000. It's consistently stayed up the last 3 years. Let's see. Interest, I did talk to our banker, to the bank. Anyway, right now, what we're receiving is 3.5 on our accounts, and he's feeling like it could go down a little, but it may stay kind of there too. So last year we were looking at 4.25. So I'm still going to leave it at 300,000 because we came in at 320. So I think 300 will be okay. So anyway, that's for the total there for the general fund of 5,427,500, where we budgeted 5,110,000 last year. And then the other items on revenues, they're just the smaller items. We're going to raise the sanitation on page 5. We're going to raise the sanitation fees from 136 last year to 140. The other items are kind of, well, the airport, we are going to get 200,000 up for the next 2 years. So we're putting 100,000 in there in the grants. So you see that number is 220 for the airport, because then there's 50. We're leaving the same on the rental income and the fuel sales. And then the interest, I did raise it a little bit, but there's been more money accumulated in there.
When does that third hangar?
Right now, they're in bid, it's in bid process right now. I think bids are all due in this June 2nd.
So when is he expecting? When does that get finished? 3 months?
Well, as far as
4
come
months,
on,
6 months, or-
probably toward the end of this season. At least that's my understanding of it. They've got some base to do, so it may be next spring as well. Because they've got some more base to do, they'll have to do some work, groundwork on it.
Then I wanted to always go over with you before we start into the expenses, just some of the general items. There's no change in our short-term disability rates.
What page you on?
Huh?
What page you on?
I'm not on a page.
Okay.
I'm just telling you the back.
I'm just telling you some general things about overall about personnel cost. Unemployment went down from 0.015 to 0. So we will not, it will be 0. Retirement changed. The non-hazardous changed from 18.62. It went down to 17.43. So that was a 1.19% decrease. Non-hazardous went from 35.73 to 34.72 on hazardous. So that was a 2.2 decrease. Our medical insurance increased 9%. And the deductible, it was for single, it was $3,300 last year. It's $3,400 this year. And for family, it was $6,600 and it's $6,800. Dental and vision did not change. They remained at, they haven't changed. I don't even think they've went up since we started that.
Cost of living was set by DLG for 2.7 this year. We rounded to 3% for the employees. And that's kind of where the personnel cost is the highlight of what we use to figure the personnel costs for this year. So.
So what was the delta between 2.7 and 3.0? I wanted to go 3.0. That's what I had them put in. The delta was.
Remember, it wasn't more than 20,000 for everybody.
So
Water and
It's just
sewer.
$1,200 for water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
was-
minuscule, so there was no reason not to, honestly.
I mean, it's just.
So does anyone have any questions on any of the revenues?
Might be the wrong place to ask you, but the opioid fund money,
Are we what?
the opioid fund money.
I have not set a separate account for it, but I'm going to. I'm going to have to get help with our new system.
And Ralph, where did you say it needed to be? You were concerned about where it was.
Well, I thought it was a special fund. That was something.
Right. Well, it really would be considered one because we could only use it for certain things. It would be just like the ABC money or some of our other funds that we cannot.
I think the concern was if it wasn't budgeted, how can we spend it? How can we spend it?
Right.
They help them spend stuff all the time. It's not budgeted in my house, but.
So, that will show up on a revenue page as another line item or as maybe another grant. What are our intentions? What do y'all want to see? We can put it down as a line
Are
item.
you gonna put it in a special fund like we do the coal severance and all the rest?
I
of it?
I can have it set up as a
That's where
separate
it
one.
needs to go.
Yeah, it's more the expenditure than the revenue.
Yeah.
So how was the coal severance set up?
It has its own fund.
Yeah. If you look.
They all have
at the
their own
block below
fund.
General fund, you'll see coal severance and beautification, urban forestry.
So do you want
all
it
those
to have its
special
own
funds.
fund?
Not exactly.
No.
Would you think I should just?
Well,
Special fund, that's what we're
Just-
saying.
So point us
Take it out
point us
into
to the
a separate
page.
account.
Point us to the page.
All right, go to page, if you go to page on revenues, go to page.
Well, it's in grants,
Where is that?
but I
Six
could
and
name
seven.
it something different. You want me
Take
to
a
do
look at
that?
page 3. Look at the bottom of
Yeah,
page
see,
3.
yeah.
You'll see that they're listed 21,350, 300, 22,300. All these are capital projects, is a 21,350, but the specials are 22,300 municipal road, coal severance there, beautification, ABC regulatory fees, urban forestry, other grants, and then Inspire state aid. These are all special funds.
Seems like one. of
They're all
those.
restricted, and so the
Yeah.
opioid money could go into one like that.
That's.
So would
that's
you
all-
rather
yeah.
have its own fund, its whole fund, or
Yes.
just go into an account?
It
mean,
needs
that-
to be separate.
But to spend it, does it need to be in expenditures?
There's also gonna be one just like that. You'll see this on the other end,
Okay.
on the expenditure side. Yeah, and it's expended to that same fund, only it'll be instead of it'll be a 1 at the end of it instead of a 0.
I would be okay doing it like that.
I'll set one up.
Yeah, we just need it separate so we can account for it, but we'll start spending.
It will be accounted for.
Absolutely. Every penny.
Well, I'm talking about with us.
Oh, absolutely. I agree.
Yes. Yes.
Not y'all.
Yeah, it's an oversight.
It's all in the grant account right now, but yeah, I will. Where it shows up every year is in this other grants. It's on page 4 and it's paid, account number 460. That's where I always put it.
I just need it. I think with us starting to do something with it. we need-
What you're gonna see in the budget that you pass, it'll be in that special funds. There's 3 columns, okay? General, capital improvements, and then special. That money will just show up in special under police or wherever, whatever it's been. That's money will be included in that money there. It won't be broken out separately on the actual budget that you pass. The line items will show it.
Why would it not be broke out like the ABC? or the
Because you don't
cost
pass the line items, you pass the general summary is what you pass. That's the ordinance that you pass. You use this to come up with that general summary. Page 2, that's what you pass. That's your budget ordinance.
Right.
That's your budget.
But we're setting this up so on the
But it will
month,
show up in the special funds.
it's going to show up in budgetary tracking. So when you do this, okay, so it rolls up like we normally do, like it's showing up now. But these changes are being proposed will allow it to be in the monthly budgetary tracking numbers when we go over those.
We could go to that account. We don't have to look for a special account and know that it's in there. That we could go to that one account if we wanted to have that line item.
That's in your budget tracking will show that.
So the answer is yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You'll see that budget tracking, not necessarily in the budget itself. The one that you pass. It's a line item. When you look at the budget. The
I
budget
guess I'm
sheet,
confused to the point that, and Dustin, you can help me out because you're a lot more familiar with this route than I am. But if you have a beautification fund
yeah,
and you got it right here where
Yeah.
we can see it, why would you not have opioid fund?
It's going to be.
That's what I'm gonna,
That's what I
yeah.
was asking.
That's what I'm.
The answer to your question is yes. It will be exactly like that.
Thank you.
I've been trying to, it's going to be on the budgetary tracking.
yeah.
We're mixing our,
It's got me confused.
the budgetary that's passed, it's going to be lumped in under that special count on what's actually passed in the ordinance. But for the monthly tracking, those changes we're proposing does exactly that. So you can see it just like that.
Linda, you said that we were gonna end up 1.2 million in revenue, probably over the budget amount. Was the year before, it was higher than that, wasn't it? I know we had
How much we
transferred the
went
2.3
Yeah.
to capital.
Yeah, well, we're gonna transfer that much this year.
Oh, really?
Oh, I didn't bring that with me. That's great.
Okay,
Okay.
closer to two.
It's 2 point something. So, because we're starting at 6.27. Because we didn't spend everything and then we're
Did you put
transferring.
that in the,
I did not print that out.
I know you did, but did you put it in here?
It's included in that beginning number in capital projects.
So that's the typical cadence of how we do it. That's in line.
2.52560.
So the transfer would be to take the general fund down to 6.
Yeah, I understand that. I just knew
Yeah.
last year we had
Oh,
transferred 2.3 and she said we went 1.2 over our budget amount, so I didn't know if that was, where's the rest of that?
What she's gonna transfer.
I was just looking at actual totals on that number.
$2,623,330 is what she's transferring.
Okay.
Because when we look at,
What was that number?
$2,623,330.
we look at the revenues and we look at the expenses
2,623,330.
and how
2.6.
that pans out, then
2.6, that's right.
did you gotta look at 6 million and
I got you.
Okay.
on this number, I was just looking straight at revenues.
Okay, so where were we?
All right, we're done.
Are
Unless
we-
you have questions, any other questions about personnel, we're ready to move on.
Well, hold it. Do we have any more questions about revenues? We went to kind of backtrack to
Okay.
revenues, establish a separate fund for that particular one, so you can
Well,
track
look
it through budgetary. Okay.
Yep.
And it's not gonna be in a subcategory.
No, it's gonna be a separate fund.
And you, John, you asked if there are questions about personnel, I mean, what?
Well,
What we
the
talked about, the benefits or the.
3% raise and the change in the benefits.
That's all there is.
That's all, that's what I'm.
So
Yeah.
that's all kind of cookbook once you figure out those, and they've honed these spreadsheets down through the years. Everybody, good work. I mean, it's pretty slick. So once you make those assumptions and, fill in some numbers that she recapped, it rolls it out. So once you agree to those, which is the big point, if somebody had something they wanted to adjust or change, then it could be done and rework. So that's what John's checking for, is agreement on those personnel.
You guys ready? All right. Stay with me. Okay, since I've got Jana here, I'm gonna let her get in and out, and so we won't hold her too long. Cemetery will start on page, tell you what, just go to page 48.
Okay.
And what I'm doing is the first 3 pages that you see, 46, or 45, 46, 47, that is the standard departmental expenses, okay? That's maintenance, that's, licenses, that's things like that. In cemetery, the only thing that they're looking at this time is we're gonna carry is in 526, you'll see in land improvements, we put 15,000 in there. Just in case we need to do tree trimming or any other maintenance to the grounds. Maybe the lake, whatever, that's what that money's for.
What page are you on?
That's page 48.
Somebody was fishing out there the other day.
They do any good?
I don't know. I was gonna ask you if there was any fish.
I think there's no,
Be wondering about what they.
We did not stock it, but someone else might have. And it may overflow and flow away too, so. Okay, and then afterwards, I'll ask you also to move over to page 51, which is the last page on the city's budget. And if you'll take a look, in 526, land improvements, the second one down is the Veterans Memorial. We have begun, but we've rolled this money over again to complete this project. We're actually moving forward. We've got flag, we've got the design laid out. We've got quotes on what we're gonna need to do. I'm gonna have to bid the labor and probably the brick to move this thing forward, but the money's there. And it's just basically asking you to roll that same money over for next year, the 75,000. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Chairman, would you like to speak, say anything to him? You have any questions for the chairman, or the chair lady?
Y'all are doing a good job.
We just appreciate the support that I think everyone that goes out to the cemetery is really pleased with the way it goes.
Very nice.
We're all excited about trying to get the burning that memorial out there for veterans. I think it's going to really enhance. That's all the cemetery.
And they,
Thank you.
and I will tell you,
Thank you.
they do a magnificent job. The whole group does a great job with the cemetery. And I thank them for their time and the energy they put forth.
Mhm.
All right.
Well, we can go home.
No. That was not for you. Okay, if you will go to page 12, we're gonna go start back at the beginning and start moving. This is for City Hall or for general.
Well,
Page 12, I'm sorry. Unless you want me to go back over specific, I'm gonna go over these. These are the primary changes that you'll see. Most everything else is just general. You know, we've got travel, we got training, we got uniforms, we got all that stuff. And I don't think you want me to spin here and go through every one of those. If you do, I will.
No, I'm good.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. So on page 12, what we're looking at, there are changes to professional and technical services. One of the big changes is now legal is not being paid out of personnel. It is now coming out of this line item here, 210. Well, that's in there. The audit, it goes up just a hair. I think it was 5%. We upped it. Engineering and surveying, we upped it as well a little bit. PVA, GIS, that's your assessments for our taxes, property taxes. That's going up just a hair. Or we brought it just in case they have one. Code Red is not changing. IT services, we went up just a hair because more and more we're looking at with cybersecurity, we're having to add additional things. Multi-factor authentication and all these other things. And now there's more and more now cloud-based storage. And so again, these costs go up a little bit all the time. So we had to increase that a little bit.
You remember what the last one was?
The which one?
The IT services went from what to what?
I went from 60 to 65.
Okay.
The big jump was in legal services where we had just been we had someone in for some kind of special something. Now it's all of our legal fees are going through that one. So we'll see how that plays out.
so that's where we pay Ashley. And all
That's
that.
where Ashley,
It's anybody that.
Ashley, Northcutt and White, that firm is being paid by invoice only. Moving forward. It will be in that category. Okay.
Safety consultant, they had a slight increase, so we had to up that a little bit. The tower lighting and iWorks are all the same. So it did go up. You see a kind of a change from last year, but at the same time, we've changed how we're paying some folks in there too. Fireworks is up above and in 430 is fireworks. That's co-sponsorships. It's up more than it has normally been because this is the 250th and we're getting a bigger show for the 250th. Okay.
That's great.
499 is demolition, and mayor's discretionary fund. That has not changed. It's the same as it's been for the last 4 or 5 years, maybe even longer. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah.
It's been quite a while.
Yeah. Technical equipment is basically computer upgrades. We put some money in for that. 510, we're asking for a pool car this year because right now we bought the Jeep originally, so Blair would have something to utilize going back and forth to her meetings and all. We've got an old Charger that we're letting Troy use for enforcement. And I can't brag at this point how well it's going with him. I mean, he's not even having to send letters and they'll go say something to him. And they're putting a roof on and it's just unbelievable to watch him just because he's out there all the time.
Is that the car from the airport?
No,
Okay.
the airport it sits out there all the time.
It's a police car.
Yeah.
So these are all old police cars, but what
The
we're
red
looking
car-
for is
red
another
car-
I
one.
saw it the other day. Thought it
The
looked
red
like-
car was a,
That was confiscation. That was a forfeiture, yeah. We're wanting another SUV for a pool car here for staff to use for training, for going to training and stuff like that. So,
Well, we've had an improvement in our policy on, we intend to see an increased use on the pool car.
yeah.
Not to go to the pool, but, and we, you know,
Tried to get rid of utilizing.
I'll pick you up today.
Sounds good.
that's what that's about.
Okay, the folder inserter in 520. Basically, since we're going to a new system of billing, instead of card, we're going to envelopes. Instead of everybody having to fold these things and stuff them, this is a machine that'll do that. And the service for it. Improvements of the city. I never know, or the building in 530, I never know what we're gonna have to fix. So I'm putting a little something in there for improvements. In case it gets into air conditioning improvements or something of that nature, you know, just something. If we need it, it's there. If we have to work on the ramp, just something for that. Cameras, this is maintenance only on cameras in the 599. That is not for purchase of cameras, that's for maintenance of cameras. If you'll go over now back to page 51 again. I know you love me bouncing back and forth. You'll see that we're asked, because Mike and I have been working with a few companies to try to upgrade our camera system. Partially because we want to try to get some license plate readers that actually will get a license plate and stuff like that. So we're looking at a new system. We're looking at 75,000 and 505 for cameras. That's part of that system for license plate. Some people refer to it as Flock. That's an actual brand, but we're looking into some other companies that may be a little less expensive. Of course, we've got the grant as part of that. And that was all for City Hall. Generator grant and the cameras as far as capital projects go. Any questions on general or City Hall? Okay,
Not a question, but
you have a comment?
kind of
Well, come on.
camera maintenance,
Who?
camera maintenance in 599. That's what you
Yeah.
said. Why wouldn't that just be in maintenance rather
I
than?
want it specifically for that because when cameras go out, and we were buying cameras with that at one point in time. And we could still do that. I would prefer to use it for maintenance specifically for cameras. And not the building here, because the cameras are not in the building. It's not all of them. Most of them are scattered throughout. And that's the reason I'm not trying to put that in maintenance, is because I want to separate what's going on out there versus what's going on in here. That's the only reason. It's kind of a tracking.
How many camera units are we looking at a replacement for that? You remember a head count on that 75 estimate, what we were figuring out?
We're gonna have to go back and redo that because they got them back with 180,000. So we're gonna have to break down and narrow it down some. But to do everything that we wanted to do and what they want to sell us, that was up to 180,000, and we're said that's not gonna happen.
So we're budgeting 75.
We're budgeting 75, and I've already talked to him. I said, listen, this is what we're gonna be working with. And so he said, well, we can make that work. I said, I thought so.
Okay.
Biggest thing is getting the system that will get the flock cameras or the LPRs and the system that will let us go into the cloud. That's the biggest thing. Then they can actually utilize a lot of our cameras. Some they may not be able to use, but this system we're looking at will actually utilize what we actually have. We don't have to replace them necessarily.
So the plate reader technology is really the game changer in that. The current camera system's aged about what, 7 years? We said 7 or 8 years.
Some of them are a decade, yes.
So this is,
Buildings of what we have.
that's right. So this allows us to do that change, and And we've used cameras on criminal investigations fairly routinely, and it's a lot to add.
When they had somebody that was stealing the plantings out of the park down here. Oh, yeah, they were coming in at 5 o'clock in the morning. They were stealing plantings out of our memorial park.
Yeah.
And we caught them on camera. That's how we got him.
Take them to Livingston County and sell.
We're going to what, Livingston County? He was in, and this guy was working in the medical field or something. I don't know exactly what
Oh,
what
my.
it was, but he would come in, pull them up and take off. Huh? Oh, barber, okay, well, barber surgeons in the old days. Yeah, he decorate, he landscaping his yard and locked up.
Sometimes you know what you like.
Wow.
Old bowl.
I know what I like when I see it.
Wayne's got some good stuff out there.
Yes, he does.
Wayne, put-
Yeah. So anyway, I think it's an important expenditure. So
I guess the bush has been in there from Wayne in my yard for 30-something years.
Any other questions on City Hall? Okay, Mike, I'm gonna do bit on police if you wanna come up and then. Look at page 16, page 16. .505 is the only thing you'll see in the police department here. And those are all pretty much standard items. The computer there is for in-house computer upgrades, laptops in-house, firearm, ballistic vest, and then other ammunition or something like that. But if you go back to page 51, you'll see in 505, at the top three, these are the new radios for the new system that's going online. And it's for the computers that go in the cars. And I'll let Mike address those.
Right, so the county has upgraded their radio system over the last year, and now that we know that what they're using with, it's time for us to upgrade some of our stuff to have better reception. And so this is pretty much like the first phase to see what the difference is between our older radios. The radio I'm wearing right now is probably 20 years old. We do got some that are probably a little bit newer than that. So the car radios and the portable radios are the quote or the estimate cost to replace them is in there. And then the estimated cost for the computers that are in the cars. The computers that are in our cars currently are about probably 14 years old. I don't know if you guys have any at home, but you expect them to last 14 years. So these are still functionable and they are working okay, but it is time to upgrade them, get a new one. They're running on an offset operating system. So it's something that needs to happen. And so that's quoted in there as well.
so that's the full batch.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good job taking care of the asset as long as you did.
Wow.
Trying to make sure that the city and taxpayers get their money's worth out of it.
Questions? Thank you, Mike.
All right, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mike.
Fire department, they're page 20. And again, there's the items that you see on page 20 and it's just standard turnout. It's got 2 sets of turnouts and then just some other stuff. Other is miscellaneous items that come up. That maybe they have to replace a helmet or something of that nature that got messed up or something. That's just kind of a little safety net there. But back on page 51, 510 is their request for come on up, chief. Their request.
You're
for
gonna be
a-
okay.
You're
All
fine.
right.
Stand down, Timmy. You know, we don't have to come
We
up.
don't need to, all right.
I can see Timmy. Here, Timmy.
Well, we're gonna get him on the microphones off.
Their request,
You can sit back down. She ain't got the mic on.
really?
I just thought about it. Do you want to turn it on?
Yeah, let's turn it up.
Just hold that button down on the left. Push the button. I know why yours isn't on.
He unplugged it.
It's not ever on. Is it green? Battery dead.
Dead battery. I tell you what, since the police chief went, just
Speak up a little bit, or I'll do it.
Use your outside-
You can answer.
use your outside voice. We'll get through that.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
okay, they're asking for a used bumper truck, not a new bumper truck, but a used bumper. And they're gonna get rid of, was it
Was 8 and 5.
8 and 5 are gonna get rid of 2 trucks
So
and try to replace it with a used vehicle.
8 is the one with the big LDH, large diameter hose reel on the back. You're used to seeing it is a fine truck. It is an aged truck, and it's beyond serviceability. I'm being nice, right?
It's being real
I'm
nice.
being real nice. We're not running a museum in the fire department. So go ahead.
The front end is in such bad shape. I had to have the guy that does our work on our trucks get the air fixed before we could move it. And he drove it after he got it going. And he's been in the fire service for, I mean, basically his whole life. And he said, I would not drive that truck. So, you know, with the new people I've got, I don't feel comfortable letting them drive it. There's only a few of us down there that can drive it. So it needs to be gone. And
You're driving range.
Oh my! Oh man! Oh man! It's okay. We love you, Tim. Keep going. Keep going. Oh wow!
I did it. So
Me and Timmy go.
it's just a matter of time till you do it. But anyway, that's why it's just wore out.
So
It's no benefit to us right now. We're looking at a bigger pump, bigger tank to water. It will be a third out truck. If y'all want to give me $1 million, I'll go buy a new one.
And in 4 years, we'll get it.
But right now, I'm looking at somewhere between, I got a call today on one that I was looking at. It's still available. He thought he had it sold, but he called me and told me it's still available.
this one you told me about earlier.
The one in,
Eastern.
up east.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that fire truck is looking for use, and it's also a utility. It's a regular commercial chassis. It's not a
Correct.
custom built.
Correct.
So we're very functional to meet the third out need. It's going to be a 2-door, most likely. Maybe depends what we find used.
Can't remember if it's 2 or 4 doors.
Yeah. Okay. Which is a little bit of departure from a normal. So again, this is to fill the need. It'll complement the ladder truck when we have the big events, when you need that third out pumper.
Mhm.
And so this is an estimate that we're entering in the budget, 300. You want to say anything about your rescue truck?
The 5.
Yeah.
It's got the calf system on it, and it is dollaring us to death. We'll get it, we'll come and look at it. He'll get it what he thinks it's fixed. And it might work and it might not work. Half that type of truck is a thing of the past. It was, when it was new and being sold, it was the hot thing, but they're finding out that they're not working because the foam comes up in there and you have to go to the expense to have it cleaned out. So it is actually it's a burden to do that. It costs, where you can go to the old type system, just stick a ductor down in a 5-gallon bucket and make foam. So, and all that can be pre-hooked.
But that truck is worth some money, and it will be liquidated and bring some money in. We haven't budgeted what we're going to generate off the sale of that truck, have we? Is it in?
No.
Okay. So
I mean, I've heard everything from $75,000 to $100,000. So, you know, that's, if we get that for that truck, I don't think we will myself, but I've got some emails out. And when I call a guy, he's gonna come and look at it, and tell us what it's worth. We will take everything off of it except the rescue tools. And the reason we're not taking them is they're built into the truck. They operate off the transmission of the truck. So they would be the equipment itself would be okay, but you'd have to adapt one of your other trucks to it. And we've got the battery tools now and just had them upgraded today.
So that's another technology upgrade. The battery operated tools, battery technology has really come along.
Yes.
And when that truck came in, it was a step change on technology and that's kind of in the rear view because the battery tools are just so easy.
But that, we still have a second set, even if we do get rid of them, we have a second set of tools that run off of an engine by themselves. So we'll still have two sets of rescue tools.
Okay.
And that truck is limited to 100 feet. Just 100 feet of hose is all we have on that, so. That's where we're at on it.
Any questions? Tim, while you're up here, I'm gonna hit Fire Training Center. Basically, you can go to page 44. If you look at page 44, the only thing that they're asking for there is a camera system that will help us keep an eye on the propane tank and film video that's in 505. And then we've got some tree trimming, money for tree trimming and sidewalk repair and land improvements, 526. That's 10,000. And then in the capital improvements on page 51, second from the bottom in 526, fire training center props. We begin the process. We still have not completed the final connections. Dustin and I are working, trying to get that finished up. But we've got money in there to finish that prop, which is industrial prop. It's at the fire training center.
Okay.
It's
And-
industrial prop. They're putting
Like you had the car, the tank car that you
where
did,
the
okay,
tank, where the tank car sits.
yeah.
This is not a bunch of vessels.
They went in and had poured a new pad, which is earthquake approved and everything. Only reason I know that is I've been down there and I worked on some of the stuff for the plant. And the plants are industrial. They've donated a bunch of old to be mounted on there on the pad. You want to hook piping and things up there for
Yeah.
leaks and things like that for going in there for training
Yeah.
purposes.
Yeah.
Fire departments down there.
And there's some extra money in there. We feel like budgeted that we might be able to, may have enough left over if we want to paint the tower. We may have enough money to paint the tower. Okay. Questions? Thank you, Chief.
Thanks, Tim.
Brad, your turn.
Move around.
Page 24.
So you got a microphone, so you got to get up. Tim almost got it by.
On page 24, you'll see spring department. We'll start with that. There's no difference in it this year than it was last year on that page. You'll see 526. That's exactly the same as last year. Now, where he changes is over here on the big one. On page 51.
Wait till he's coming back.
All right, now he's asking for, in page 5, on item 515, he's asking for a trailer, equipment trailer, and for a 10-foot batwing mower. The batwing is replacing one,
Yes,
okay,
Yes.
and then trailer, we don't have in that,
we have trailer, but this would be upgrading trailer,
to carry the backhoe,
actually be.
okay. So those are the items there, everything else in street, now. Where if you look over in 530, you see the yellow tab, the Public Works Equipment Shed.
Not from last year, but
That is in this year's budget. They've started work, but they're not going to complete the project. So, and speaking with the contractor, he feels like they will probably get about 100,000 of that utilized this year and the balance of it next year. So we carried over 150 of the 250, 140 of the 250 for next year, okay? It's not been expended, won't be expended this year, but most likely will be next year when the project's completed. Then everything else in his is paving. And that's all 527.
What is, where's this Hawthorne Circle failed out there beside it? I'm just curious.
What are you talking about? Which
That's
one?
where the engineers done the surveys on the roadways and it's failed.
Yeah,
Oh,
when we get
gotcha.
the
Okay.
paving, that VP is very poor.
Okay,
S is serious, F is failed. Those are the ones we're dealing with. The one that's not been rated, and they didn't rate it, was the Park Road. But the Park Road from Fifth Avenue down to the intersection down here needs to be worked on. And so we've got an estimate of, and I think that may be a little high, but it really depends on, yeah, right over there where you come in by the Civic Center and the library. But down at the intersection, there's got looks like some failure that is in really deep. I don't know what we're gonna get into when we crack the top of it.
There's a big area right there about the library and the.
And so those are some things that we were concerned about. I don't know, I'm so much worried about this one up here. But down there, I've been down there before. And we got into something and said, okay, no, we're done. You don't wanna break that plate down in that area.
Well, and that on Laurel and
It goes
Juniper,
to soup after that.
that's really needed. I mean,
Yeah, a lot of line.
it's really
The
needed.
old sewer line settling out down there.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Bad shape.
Yeah.
the Sharkill Road, we got our bids in today for Sharkill Road out to Hollinger Lane. Very impressive, 474.
Okay.
That was way better than we expected. Cost per ton is something like $90 per ton. It's down almost $9 per ton this year from last year. I don't know why, but it is. We're happy with that. So, and that's just something we found out today. That's nothing we've known about. So that being said, we still are carrying over money from this year to next year because they're not going to get anything done between now and the end of this year. So we're carrying it all over. And I think we're going to have more than enough to get us down to McFarland, which is where we wanted to go with it because of the heavy trucks. So that's the reason we've got the 280 there, but we also have the 500,000 still in the municipal road aid. Okay. I don't know that we'll use it all, but I figure it's going to be, we're going to get into it.
500,000 is what we have this year.
Yeah, but we're carrying it over because we're not going to expend it.
We're gonna carry it over to next year, so you're basically gonna spend close to 780 down there, right?
Somewhere close to that, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Just all, I just.
Sure.
trying to wrap my head
So
around
don't
Yeah,
forget
that's
don't
industrial.
forget the 500,000 that's hiding under a different slot. So you're right. You add them together.
you're right.
it. Right, that's what I was.
Yeah.
Sure.
You got it.
280, so that's what we're.
That will take us from Industrial Parkway all the way down to McFarland Road. That's the bulk of the traffic run. Dr. Smith Lane was.
Yeah, we've been kicking down the road for a long time.
You sure have. Sure have. Dr. Smith Lane, that's from Railroad Avenue to D Avenue. That's just that section there. North Alabama, that's the section between C Avenue, which is there at Quality Carriers. In front of, all that's right in front of the fire training center. It's disastrous right there. Hawthorne Circle behind over here. That one, then Laurel and Linden, where they connect going around to Juniper. So those two sections right there. And that's all right now. Now, that's gonna put us up. If you combine the two, it's $1.06 for this year for paving.
Sound like you gotta get on it pretty quick with the price is down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. Brad, did I miss something, buddy?
I don't think so.
Okay, guys, if you got any questions for Brad on the street department?
Did we?
Is it? Laurel Lane. Okay.
Did you touch base on the gravel?
I'm sorry.
You mentioned the gravel.
No, that's a sanitation.
Okay, gotcha.
It's sort of around Pat Smitty's.
Is that not Laurel Drive?
and-
That's Laurel Drive. From Juniper to Linden.
Yeah.
It's the only Laurel in town.
Well, the one,
Yeah, there's another Laurel.
there's Laurel Lane across from our shop, goes by the church.
That's right.
That's the
Yeah.
county.
That's a county road.
Okay.
So, yeah, okay, Laurel Drive. But that's the one we're talking about. They both, because Laurel Lane does not blend into either one of those, Linden or Juniper. So that's the one we're talking about.
Mhm.
Alright, so. Okay, sanitation, ready to move on? Alright. There's nothing in the other page as far as that goes, and here you're looking 515. They would like to consider a grapple truck. This grapple would be a brush grapple, which and they go by it and you got yard waste out there. They pick up the brush with the grapple and they put it in the truck and off goes. Instead of having to run the backhoe out there with that 4-in-1 bucket to try to pick it up and do it half a dozen times, they can reach over with one person to pick it up and go on, move it. So they're looking at some.
The old flatbed we use is more than,
Yeah.
I mean, I've spent more on it this year in repairs.
So,
Twice as much as it's working.
so on the grapple, if we didn't get you would be seeking a truck.
It's a truck built,
We need a truck, period. And this grapple has got the added fitting on it.
and it'll save the life of the backhoe. It'll be safer for the guys where they're not having to block the road, pick up the stuff with the backhoe,
Yeah.
unload it in the truck.
Can all be done from the same
That's the
vehicle.
idea of it. And my backhoe's got over 5,000 hours on it, so it's all my stuff that I bought when I first came in is getting a lot of wear.
Well, so now you know all the options that you wish you'd had, and so you can spec them out even better now, right? So it's not likely that the city's gonna stop generating brush to be picked up on the side of the road.
Or junk. Or junk.
No,
Yeah.
Oh, junk.
That's the good thing about this.
the grapple truck would be.
Pick up anything.
Right, and it probably, you know, we don't damage much, but occasionally you'll nip with the backhoe where this has got a different setup than you can actually keep from messing up people's yards.
Oh, that's true.
And I swear, it's kind of like a joke at our house. I feel like I put a stick out there and the next day it's gone. Seriously, they do such a good job.
Yeah, we tried, well, when they get finished with their.
How'd that happen?
That's what they do for the rest.
They did, I think.
Oh, man.
Oh, I believe it. It's,
And they end up coming back with
Do
you?
not believe
Yeah.
how much rush they do.
oh, I can't imagine.
Yeah. Okay.
This one, I don't know where it's from.
Anyway,
Any questions? Okay. We'll do parks next if you want, while you're up. That will be page 36. Again, here what you got is the same thing we have every year: field mix, a mower, and banners for the Memorial Park. It's the same, it's nothing different. It's the same thing as last year. Over on, again, 51. And,
If you're still happen to be on 51.
yeah, if you,
I feel there, I didn't check.
yeah, you're probably best just to stay there. I'll tell you if you need to move back,
Yeah.
but let you know where we're at, just if you want to know. All right, so on page 51 for parks, did you have any questions about the sanitation?
No, I didn't hear all of it. The grapple hook's fine with me.
Okay, all right, then you got it all in. In parks, you'll find most of it to begin with on 526, page 51. Park restroom upgrades. You want to elaborate on that for them?
yeah, we. Of course, y'all all been in, you know, of course, when we've been in, it's the Taj Mahal up there and it's, you know, it's heated and cooled and that's kind of what we're going for with the other ones is to go in and put heat and air in them, which the little mini split units are not that expensive. Probably use less, probably pay for themselves a couple of years just on electricity from the old hanging electric heaters. But that's what we're looking at there is trying to update those. We went in and redone the ceilings and stuff in them and we've repainted them this year. We are looking at trying to put new epoxy in the floor and make them more vital.
Are you talking about the one here, the three?
The trail, all the other bathrooms, old bar, all of them. So we gotta keep them all heated.
We're also we're looking at more commercial fixtures and less residential looking
Yeah,
fixtures.
try to,
So,
Two behind the big.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah, that was enough units, I think, to do them all, so. That update all of them.
The walking trail improvements, I've just listed the match in there because I'm not sure when or if we'll get the land and water conservation fund. If we do, then we'll amend the budget to take in the revenues and the outflow of it.
So again, the scope of that was,
Is to take and make a multi-use trail from Fifth Avenue all the way over to Railroad Avenue. On what Brad's created and through our outer walking trail on the.
so it's gonna widen the section down too and then extend
Yeah.
through the railroad.
It'll be 10 feet all.
I know
the way.
we've been talking about that for a while.
Waiting on the grant.
Yeah,
They loved a grant application. Grant application got a high score.
yeah, and it's just sitting, it's a 2-year, it's a 2-year setup, and so they're not gonna issue anything probably until later this year. And we probably won't see the funding until next year. Lighting upgrades for fields 1 and 2. This is the LED lighting. We're looking at 70,000 to do that project. The soccer fields. This is taking the U14, which also has the U12s and the 2 U8 fields down here. And they're going to grade, crown, irrigate, and sod those fields. And that's an estimated price to do all of them, all 3 of those. So that's that was one of the lead items that the Parks Board was wanting, as well as the lighting upgrades. The picnic tables and waste receptacles, that's replacing what all of our.
Yeah, basically all of the ones that we have out under the pavilions now, less pavilion number 3, but like pavilion 4, they're still the old wooden benches that are not really legal anymore. And a lot of these that's the rubber coated are, I don't know, 15, 20 years old. They've been here longer than I have, so. They're starting to peel up. They look like crap. Plus we had those damaged, a few years back, so we never have replaced those yet.
That was number 3, right?
That was up here. Up here behind 76.
That's what number is that one?
1.
Number 1. Okay.
But that would give us all new tables for all the pavilion. And then about 4 or 5 extra for Blair, when we have different things going on, events and stuff. Some extras we can set out on.
but I got a lot, go sit down wooden with them, still like. For the church Friday and stuff like that.
Yeah, we still got some scattered around. Yeah,
They're showing their age.
I don't know about I don't know about the picnic tables, but I know playground equipment, you can't have anything more than it's, so I don't know.
They get this person that used the number 3 at the old park. For a graduation party.
Yeah.
That's $3 now.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah.
Then the garbage cans are just some that we've had some damage. And then maybe add a few more, a spot or 2 that collects.
Can you have a raccoon-proof garbage can that still looks good? That's the real question.
Yeah, it's another.
Well, we had those and then something about.
We don't close them up.
We had to open them back up because people.
They're getting trapped in there.
Oh, yeah, it's
Then
tough.
they eat your head off.
The problem is if you keep the raccoons out, you keep the people out too.
You gotta eat too.
I know.
People go freak
Kinda-
out when that squirrel runs up their arm when they try to
Oh.
put garbage away. I don't know why, but they just do. The next one on the list is Civic Center, the ceiling tile in the main hall. This would finish our ceiling tile in the Civic Center. The hallway and the small one have already got this tile, the kitchen or the caterer's room all has this tile, and we want to complete that project.
Yeah, there's some stained ones we just told.
So,
This one.
Yeah.
the Christmas lighting is something that Danae is familiar with. We've been working on trying to get a plan and increase or change some of our Christmas. And so they wanted to put 50,000 in there so they could work toward that and maybe start moving in that direction.
Hmm.
To have it more of a destination instead of just.
Just instead of it just being lights, it would be a destination item, yeah. Parking bumpers for all of Dock Park. That's these black and yellow ones, like we have here at City Hall, that would complete behind Civic Center, pickleball area, skate park, and then the main one, we put parking bumpers in all of those.
So how long we had this style out?
We just put the style out,
So they've been out a year.
yeah.
We've had some out of, it's the civic center since we redone it.
So we got good experience.
They're pretty good. They're pretty, well, no, they're not snowplow proof, but.
We found that out. Okay.
But other than that,
That's like the
the old
like
concrete.
the library, what they
Yeah.
put at the library.
Well, the ones,
They've got a different
Salt
color, those are
beaches
white,
don't
where ours are
concrete,
yellow,
Oh,
but it's a different color.
like the ones at Old Park.
Yes.
That the ones out here,
yeah, the ones here in Old Park, I think are the Old Park same as
yes,
these.
they are.
Yes.
Yes, they are.
But
Sorry,
go ahead.
please go ahead and finish yours, then I'll.
Well, I mean, up around the basketball court and all that, it needs something because there's nothing there.
They drive it in,
From
yeah,
driving on to, yeah, but.
nothing to stop the
which I
golf
mean,
cart.
Nothing. For wall, but.
At least let it-
But yeah, around the soccer field edges and stuff like that, it was just a safety. So.
This is just where you're replacing the picnic tables and the waste receptacles and stuff. Have you given any consideration to those two benches down inside the fountain that the paint's chipping off of the nose?
That's maintenance, and we're actually gonna have to, we've sandblasted them once before, have them re-powder coated, we're gonna do it again. That's the only thing we can do. The chemicals, and I'm sorry that we did this, because the chemicals eat that stuff up. And so we're just gonna have to take them, send them back to be sandblasted and powder coated.
Is there a way you could put them in a different location there or not? It wouldn't get them as much,
Well,
It's-
we got
it's
it,
all-
we've also got umbrellas for them.
which I've also talked about too, was talk to the Knowles family about that we might take their plaques and put them on another bench.
Well, it doesn't
if they
matter, 'cause
wanna
all the
do it.
benches are gonna get it eventually. Because they're all that close to the chlorine.
Well, I meant somewhere out of the,
Oh, outside of
Yeah,
it, well, that
one-
might be a deal.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
may have
okay.
to.
We may
look
wind up
into
having to
a
change
different
all of
type
that
of
eventually.
bin, like a
yeah.
Recycled plastic or something.
Yeah.
up there.
Do those like rubber coated benches hold up better to
I
the?
don't know. We haven't tried those. I mean, these are,
The composite, solid composite, but is what I would suggest. It just,
You don't need no fill hold up, or.
No,
I don't
You
know,
don't.
yeah, it just really depends.
chlorine's pretty tough.
Chlorine's tough.
well,
Yeah, it
Yes.
is. That's all.
Chlorine and salt, they need a lot.
Well, the spray, what's probably, the spray's going on it, the chlorine residue is being left on it.
Well, who would have thought? I mean. you know,
Well, it's you learn that this is school of hard knocks
right,
that you go
it
through.
is.
And so the families that have benches up there, it may be something they want to consider maybe doing something else with it.
we'll just have to try it again.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
We thought the last time would be good, but
Yeah,
it's just eating them back up again. so.
Then we have another process we were gonna check out, try.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into a different place and see if they can do anything better, but. Yeah, blasted, like I said,
Mm.
it was powder coated, but I don't know. I don't know if they could put some clear over it or something to help it.
you tried. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, the lighting fixture install that you see there, that's the lighting fixtures that we have ordered for the parking lot back here, for the crosswalk, and for the finished Memorial Parks lighting. For the paving area and then coming up the hill. So we've got those ordered, but we'll have to get we'll have to carry over some money to finish this project.
So the conversation about the crosswalk being dark brought forward this project to go ahead. It was the next phase. And so we brought it all up to accomplish that, right?
Is that the same?
That's the same one. That's the yellow one. That's
for
for
like
like,
trail is 45,000.
Yeah.
It ended up being more.
Yeah, that is more expensive. Actually, the install is almost twice what the cost of the lighting fixtures are. So but we've got a lot of line to run too, electrical line to run. for Memorial Park. And some for over here. We'll also have to run some line back here, so it's not just a quick fix. And then I think the last one is the unisex ADA bathroom at the tennis court. And that's a one stall ADA compliant one. It'll be a built on site. I looked at the prefabs. The prefabs are as expensive as a built on site. And they generally don't, for what you get built on site, it's gonna be a little bit better from what I can tell. We can do a block one, you know, with a HVAC, just like Brad's wanting to do. And then the mechanical room and all, and it'll be no more expensive than one that's not a brick one. And the looks of it will be a lot better. But I put 100,000 in there because just in case we had some issues, we're close to water line and sewer line, but we're gonna have to make some movement on that. So, but we've got water already down there. We got a bike rack down there, so it'll be that in its same general vicinity. But that will pretty much take care of our, most of our, I don't think there would be any more need for the porta johns unless we have a special event.
What about the one by the basketball court?
We don't need it. We
Is
got
there a
one, we
plan?
got a bathroom down there by you guys.
But it's just still there. Is
It's
there a
within,
plan?
I know, we'd be able to get rid of it though. There's no reason to keep it when you've
Right.
got them that close.
But I didn't know why it wasn't gotten rid of already.
Well, we've just been kind of leaving it there.
It still gets
It does get
It
used,
gets used
yeah.
a lot.
It gets used.
I
I got to put another bathroom there
Like, because people don't, their basketball courts and
on the playground.
the
The
playground,
playground.
they don't go.
Yeah.
They don't walk all the way down. I mean, I'm not here.
Some people probably
That's
do.
great.
I mean, I see
It
it
is.
all, because I'm there up there a lot, so. See,
I would walk-
if you.
But if it,
Miles to the
yeah, a
bathroom
lot of
more than
people
that,
would.
so-
If it wasn't there, I see. But if it wasn't there, they'd probably just
Just
walk
like-
down to the bathroom.
So if you're on the kids' playground, you got one dancing around, it's got to go, got to go, got to go. Sometimes they end up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the boy's the one that needs to go there because otherwise you're gonna have something untoward happen.
Well, we won't need one down at tennis court, then I'll put it like that.
What about, the fitness equipment? I
They
was
pulled
excited
that,
about that.
they pulled it. They pulled it, when we went back and I asked them about it, they said they decided against it. So they said no.
Okay.
Have you seen any that's been installed for a while?
No.
You ever
I've
get up
seen
around,
them, I just don't know how long.
if you get up around Beaver Dam, look at some. It's, it's interesting.
But also I was thinking
People
Calvert
are-
Elementary has all that, you know, the actual fitness equipment in the,
Yes,
that was
yes.
part of that grant they got, so. there's that.
Have you? It is pretty neat. I have no idea. Do the kids like it?
I think so,
Yeah.
yeah. Of course, I hadn't worked there in 5 years, but I think so.
But people are still buying that stuff and putting it in. I've seen several big installs, advert.
They don't hold up.
Oh, yeah,
Playground equipment.
that's right. Yeah.
Any questions for Brad?
Got off the hook. That wasn't so bad.
Well, and the soccer field, so the soccer association, they wanted this, they talked to the Parks Board about it, or we just know it needs to be done?
We
I'm
know it
just
needs to be
curious.
done because the field's not,
Oh, yeah, I
it
agree.
doesn't drain well.
Oh, I agree.
And what this does, will put a crown in the center of it that will shed the water off.
Yeah.
It's flat as can be down there, so we're gonna have to actually bring dirt in to crown it.
I used to
and-
play on that.
But
field.
that,
I've all.
Those are actually the roughest fields we have.
Oh, I bet.
You know,
You've
going
had the
down to
sensation of
Memorial,
sinking
you
up
know,
near
Yeah.
your ankle.
but yes, the soccer association was thrilled with, I mean, you know,
Good.
yeah, they don't love to have lights. I said, but let's get the fields up to grade before we start talking
Right,
about
right.
lights.
That's good.
I don't know, Rick.
Out of dirt,
Out of there.
out of dirt.
That's right.
Right.
I don't think.
That brings us to economic development.
Yeah.
And the only thing, since we're on this page here, the only thing Blair is just rolling over the wayfinding. One of the reasons we have not done much with the wayfinding is because we're waiting a lot of it on the roundabout and what we need to do and how we need to do it. So there's no sense in ordering some signs because of that. Others we can, but at this point, we're just gonna carry that money over if that's all right with you all.
What's the other equipment on that 599, is that the?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yes, that is.
I saw I finished that one out 3 ways.
Um,
All right, I don't really have much to talk about.
look at page
32.
32. Yes.
So, some changes to the 430. I added a little bit more in Ameribration, River Folk Fest and the tree lighting. Just because everything else, things are going, a little bit more expensive. Just a few vendors that I'd reached out to for Ameribration have increased since last year. So it made me a little nervous. I did increase that. Doesn't mean I'm gonna spend it all, but, in case we do need it, it is there. We are gonna update the city website this year, or this next year. Because of state regulations in February, for ADA compliant, making our websites accessible. So a new website will be coming. And really, that's it. I mean, there's not much difference, from the everyday norm.
Questions?
I know I harp on this, but have you considered like maybe, an intern or something in the summer?
Me too, yeah. Elena, actually, she's doing that this year, with the high school, which is nice. I need to think about that.
Don't you think, or you need to, or?
I don't think there's any funding that has to be, yeah. Right.
If they did, we've got some in City Hall that could tell us where they go that route.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
The last department would be airport. Airport really has nothing it's requesting. Everything that we're doing right now is going through just general maintenance, mowing, maintenance, and then, any additions, hangar, the reels and the pappy, all that's grant funded money. House Bill 900 was approved and gave general aviation airports like ours, we're getting a little over $200,000 for the next 2 years for this budget cycle. It's split 50-50, 100 now, 100 next year. And we can use that for operations, for maintenance, for projects if we want. I look at it as a way to help pay for mowing and maintenance that we are paying for with tax dollars to help augment and replace taxpayer money that might be going to it. That's what I'm looking at it for. Because we got project money for the other stuff.
Check them.
Uh,
Does somebody check them?
Everybody understand that?
No, I was
Grant?
talking about like coughing in the bathroom. It sounded like he needed help. It's okay now.
Yeah.
Sorry. My motherly instincts picked up. Sorry. Sounded like he was choking.
So just to let you know, that's the reason you don't see this stuff on here. If the project starts moving and the money starts coming in, we'll come back and ask for an amendment, okay? All right. And that is, unless you have questions, that is the general fund. It's in there.
Where's that?
Oh, where's it at? Oh, LED funding is in marketing, isn't it?
Yes.
It's in marketing.
So what are we at recommended on that?
It was the same from last year, the 35.
Okay.
Yeah, same as last one.
What is, what we talking about?
It's in
KLED, it's our contribution to KLED, Kentucky Lake Economic Development.
Economic development
Elizabeth. Okay,
When did we start doing that?
last year.
last year. That's first year. And we had some conversation about before we were contributory to the Riverport, and then we had several years we didn't do anything, and then last year we built 35,000 in to go to Kentucky Lake Economic Development. And when we have inquiries and stuff, she's very responsive to that, and that gets us a say at the economic development for the county. And so, you know, she travels, she's our liaison between the state economic development for the bigger projects and things. So that's where it was. Haven't increased it. That just popped in my mind. I knew it was a line item in there.
Okay. And that takes care of the general fund unless you all have any questions or concerns. Okay, then we will. Do you want to take a break before we move into water and sewer? Or do you want to just keep going?
Keep going.
All right.
There we go.
You're fine, Seth.
To get up, I can get.
Well, I think we've been taking some breaks as it goes along. That's, and we can obviously continue.
All right, so. I will let Linda again address the revenues for water and sewer. And then I will come back in with Bobby and we'll work on the expenditures.
Okay, Dan and I discussed the revenues. We look back at the years, which I always do, and try to just kind of think where we feel like they're gonna end up. So it's on, it's on the second page. I don't have page numbers on the water and sewer one, okay? So the second page has all the revenues. So the operating revenue, it's gonna come in this year at about 1,870,000. So we're gonna just keep the budgeted number at 1,850,000, same as last year. On the operating revenue for the water. Water tap fees, I'm leaving at 5,000. Interest, I dropped it a little bit just because the interest rates down to 49. Hydrant fees, I'm leaving at 8,000. The disconnect fees, I dropped it a little to 6,000 because they just didn't seem to be coming in. Miscellaneous revenue, I left at 1,000, and penalties, I raised 18,000 because they were 19, 22, and then they're going to be 23 this time. So I thought I'd raise those a little bit. So for a total for water at 1,937,000. And then sewer revenues, the operating revenue on sewer, there again, it's gonna come in about 730, but we're gonna go ahead, Dan and I discussed, leave it at 750. Other operating revenue, we're gonna leave that at 25. I know it came in at 28, but we're still just gonna leave it there. Interest, I dropped just a little bit from 23 to 21. Rental income, I raised it from 6,000 to 6625 because it's gonna go up a little bit per our agreement with rental services, and that's what that is. Where they rent the old
Treatment plant.
Yeah.
Package, a little small package plant down there.
Disconnect fees, I'm leaving at 5,000. Penalties, leaving at 15. So the sewer revenues at 822, 625. So if you look at the first page, then I have the beginning fund balance, what we have available. I'm comfortable with putting $1 million there. So then operations, estimated revenues from operations, there is adding those two numbers together, and you get that 2,759,625. That's the water revenue and the sewer revenue totals. Now, capital grants, loans, and transfers. If you look over to the right, that 173 is the remaining funds from that PV Cloud grant. And we're going to use it on Little Rock, Atlanta to put a new water main. So I put that in there because I have the expense over in water also. So it's a wash on that. Anyway, so what?
Just using the pun, it's a wash, talking about water. Keep going.
Did you catch what I said? Okay. I'll go ahead and go through a few items here before they get into their expenses. So if you look over to the right, well, you can see our total resources available then would be 3,932,265. Over to the right, then I have listed all of the payments. These are principal payments that water and sewer have to make this year. So The city infrastructure one, it's that, the 5,000 that they're paying back to the city each month for their, when they borrow against that 1.3 million that we set aside for them. The 138,000, that will be the principal payments for the wastewater treatment plant loan. Those payments will start in December. Then Cypress Lakes, it's 27.5, Cypress Chestnut, 22,275, and Heights area is 21.8. So we have a total of loan payments of 269,575. Now, the interest and service fees that go along with those, they are listed in the expenses. Those are just the principal payments. So then the new capital water and new capital sewer, you will see that when they go through with their expenses.
That doesn't
Any
include
questions?
interest, that's just the principal payment, not the interest. either.
Right. The interest and rent and service fees are in the expenses.
Okay, so you're saying in June that we're gonna have a negative balance, is that?
Yes.
Why would we maybe not estimate some of these a little higher?
Excuse me.
Why would you maybe not estimate some of these a little higher?
I just don't feel comfortable that they'll come in that way. Unless we maybe do a rate increase.
Well, I mean, we might have been given any information on what everybody wants on that.
That's what
We've not been given any concrete information on a rate increase.
right, not yet. Right,
I just hate to see a negative thing.
right. Water's had that many times. They usually do not end up negative, but when we do the,
Go ahead.
What was the last year? Negative.
It was a negative last year too.
I mean, I agree, I don't like negative, but
And that's including depreciation in there, so there's a little bit of a float,
correct.
not that you necessarily can't.
So that's not necessarily an outflow of money, but we do include it in.
So there's been quite a bit of discussion at the at the board level about increasing fees, or not increasing necessarily, but changing the structure of some of the fees. And that's been protracted. We've had some issues with just having enough time with the transition to new computer system, et cetera, to really get that leveled out. So as we move forward, the council will have to see the recommendation that is forthcoming. It's just not prepared now that we can include it in this budget statement. There's been a fair amount of discussion. I think some of the council members are aware of it and familiar with the issue. There is a schedule, for lack of a better word, of some things that we provide free of charge that's customary other utility systems do. And so those are pretty hammered out, and we wanted to come to you guys with a singular action instead of this and then that and get it all rolled up into one.
And the loan repayment, are there certain amounts on that that they pay? Is there a way you figure that the loan to us?
Right now.
The loan, I'm sorry.
Like the $60,000 infrastructure loan, is there a certain, like the way you figure that amount? I guess it's just the way it's been done and whatever.
That's how they've done it ever
It's
since.
just a percentage of what.
No, it's just a flat 5,000, because that's,
So-
there's no interest.
We may have set that up, that's what I'm.
Well, we did set it up. So we're loaning money to ourselves. And the reason, hang on a minute, the reason it's done that way,
No, I know that, I'm talking.
hey, Nita. The reason it's done that way is because we are loaning money to ourselves, and we can set whatever that payment back is. So it was set that way as a kind of middle of the road thing, so we could
Yeah.
continue to work this out, but make no bones about it. The water system does take advantage of the city's deep pocket. And that's great, because we want to support, the council supported having a great water system, a great utility system. We know it's integral to having a great community. And if it falls apart, we've had some examples close to us how bad that can be. So we can play games with that. There's also we finished up the sewer plant headwater rebuild. And that's a project out there that we wound up cash flowing. Okay. So we've had some conferences about some ongoing things and some pretty large amounts that we don't know how they're going to be end up. And so we're talking $1 million amounts. Okay. So how that is going to wind up being. And so that moves us quite a lot, but budgetary wise, we've had some recent upgrades on that issue, and it's still uncertain enough that we really didn't account for it in this budget. Because we don't know for sure what the proceedings of that bond recall is going to be. And so it is devoid. And the kind of money that we're talking about on that could eclipse that 1.7. I could turn that 1.7 red to maybe a little bit black. So and we've been cash flowing that. So we had the original with the grant and the loan repayment. And then so the things that had to be expended, we've had constant conversations with the guarantor, and they've approved quite a lot of it, but it's got to be swept up. And that number depends on which way it flows, but it's at least, well, I don't want to throw out a number because of a pending lawsuit, but it's quite a bit, and it's along that order of magnitude. Okay. I don't know if that helps or not, but in this budget, as you're seeing it, the gap is the final disposition of that situation has not come to whatever. And we also have a pending recommendation to council. You have to consider whether you want to have rate changes in there. And so this presentation doesn't include either one of those actions that need to be taken in order to have a healthy utility operation.
The sewer tap fees, we won't have any more. I'm ready to stop.
I usually never budget any because we don't know.
Okay.
And we usually don't have very many at all.
Okay.
We have new things. Yes. Of course, with Kentucky Dam, that's all still up in the air also.
That may be a budget way. We'll see. Hopefully not.
Unknowns on the right now.
Okay. So where else we're going to go here on?
My turn.
Go ahead. Page 51.
Bobby? No, you actually don't need your general anymore. There's another budget sheets that have the water and sewer revenues, expenditures. Bob, we start with water, okay, buddy?
So
Have you got your paperwork with you? Did you need it?
No, I don't, actually, I know, I don't have that paperwork, no. I got it all up in here right now.
there you go.
There you go.
That's it.
Okay, so we've been over the revenue, so if you'll go to water expenses, it should be your, third page?
Yeah.
Yeah, water expenditures. One of the things we've done, Bobby and I have sat down and gone extensively over the line items in here to try to bring it in line with the way we handle it in the general side. I mean, we went through each item, literally every item throughout the year and moved it. So much of it was being lumped in system maintenance when it was testing, when it was supplies, so we went back and went through every line item and got that kind of straightened out. And so you'll see that is reflected in the line items here. Now, the budget this year that he has is going from, and water expenditures is actually going from, last year it was 3,856,840. This year it's at 2,499,450. So that's his budget for expenditures this year. So it's dropped that much. On page, that's the total that you'll see on the third page of your expenditures. Okay, right before the individual project items. I'm sorry. Next year they'll have these pages numbered, so it'll make it easier for you to look through them. Okay, I apologize for that. But yeah, he's bringing his expenditures down by almost 1.4 million. Now that may have something to do with projects as well. Okay,
A whole lot to do with it.
I'm sure it is. Yes. However, this year, if you look at 505 on the breakout sheet at the end of it of water.
The last page,
The very last page of the water.
the new page 51.
what you're looking at, Bobby's looking for a portable air compressor and insert valves. Bobby, would you elaborate on those, please?
Yeah, the inserted valves are ways we can get around inserting valves in the water system without having to cause boil water orders, and we can put them in any places that we want. Like in Hickory area, our valves are few and far between. And if we shut something down, like if I want to work over by Mike's house, that whole section's gonna be out of water because I gotta close just certain ones. So these are made to put in places where I can isolate areas of the city. And they're easy to put in. And like I say, when you put them in, there's no boil water order or nothing, so you don't have to go through anything like that. So and depending on the size of valve is how much it costs.
So you go find a place and dig a hole and put one of these in, or you put it usually at the site? If you have a leak, where do you insert them? Where do you determine where you're going to
Well,
insert?
these will be before leaks.
These are placed.
These are placements.
Okay.
Like if we was to go put a valve in,
Gotcha.
that's what these are. These are for us. These are for us to maintain the system.
So we're going to add additional
Yes.
fixed valves to
It'd
the
be-
system.
Yes, we need to add valves to the system.
So this is this doesn't include labor or anything. This is the cost. This is the
Well,
equipment
That's
cost.
4 valves, isn't it?
that is, yeah, because like a 6-inch valve is gonna be $6,000.
Right.
Okay.
A 4-inch valve is gonna be $4,000.
So you're going to do it with your existing staff and
Yeah, well, with that cost, the people that we buy them from,
Mhm.
put them in.
oh, cool.
All we have to do is open the line.
You show it and they insert them.
We show them the line, they'll put it in.
So the whiz bang is putting it in without an outage.
Exactly.
Okay.
You don't have any disruption.
This may be repeating expense, so we can add
Yeah, we
throughout
can add
the
more and
city as they
more.
need.
Old Calvert needs a lot. And I know Heights area needs a lot, Crab Apple, all that stuff.
Yeah.
A bunch of them.
You'll see that a lot of the technical equipment, you'll see those are repeat expenses each year for that purpose. What about the portable air compressor?
Portable air compressor is because every time we have what they call it's a mole, and it's for going underground underneath roadways without having to use a boring machine. And every time we use that thing, we have to rent an air compressor. So we were just trying to get a whole setup where if we need to go bore underneath the drive, or that way we don't have to cut somebody's driveway out, or something like that. We can just go right underneath it with an air with the mold that we use. We have the mold, we just don't have the air compressor.
Gotcha. He also this is one of the items, of course, they're wanting a mower to replace their old one. They've been using a lot of our hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
So,
I got luck from Brad.
but he's also looking for an upgrade on his vacuum jetter truck.
Yeah, this is a biggie, and I know it's a big number for a lot of people too, but if you look, this type of machinery is becoming very common. And you can't go hardly anywhere without seeing them. They are so universal. You can use them for almost anything. And they are expensive. And if you talk to anybody that's got them and use them, you get what you pay for. And a lot of people go away from, like, we do have one. The one we have is way too small. Calvert's ground is very different everywhere. Some places I can't even suck anything up for hydroing because it's rocky and stuff like that. But ours is way too small, and it gets annoying when you get halfway up a sewer and you gotta take it out or leave the line there and go fill water back up. You know what I'm saying? Our tanks are too small, and it needs to be rebuilt. And I've priced it being rebuilt, but if you talk to anybody, if you rebuild them, that's just not the way to go, because you're never going to. And the thing is from 07, it's that old. But I've talked to Kevin Leonard out of Mayfield, and he's got 3 of the trucks that I want. Mayfield does, because they're so universal. You don't have to, you fill up once with water, you can run the whole day. And the size of your barrel, you can run pretty much, you dump twice a day. Ours, if I go suck out a lift station, I got to take 6 trips to the sewer plant. Back and forth, back.
And the alternative to that would have to be a contractor to come
Yeah, and
in.
then you'd have to call and wait.
And then when you got an emergency situation, trying to get on their schedule, it's just a real problem.
Yes, very much so. Yeah, because then they're like, Cause it's normally, let's say, it's always on a holiday, a weekend, and it's like 2 a.m.
That's proof that Murphy lives.
And
Issues.
it's getting, and I know, and all the people that I deal with, emergency wise, I love them to death. But not everybody is gonna answer when you first call. So you're sitting there waiting, to get something. And if I had my own stuff, I could already be taken care of.
So Bobby's making a strong case for this and he's pretty passionate about this one. And
And Bowling Green just got one, the one I demoed one today. Bowling Green just got one.
well, you better, if one of these things shows up missing somewhere, you might be in trouble.
Sold us.
I wouldn't say a word to my wife, okay?
But yeah, we demoed one today, and thank goodness I did. Valve broke up here on Evergreen, and I got to use that back truck, and we backed that whole hole out, got it fixed. No time at all. And then when you use one of these, your personnel goes down because you ain't got to haul really an excavator or nothing like that. I mean, or a pump. You can pump out, like if you got a broken main, you can dewater the hole in no time, and you can keep it dewater. I mean, it's just
And
the things. It's just
the very important, I'm sorry to
Go
bring
ahead.
the big one for me, the sooner you get it over with, the better your safety situation is. Get it in, get it done.
and one.
Don't do repeats. Don't end up with a sloppy hole. It really reduces the chance of collapse.
Oh yeah, and safe wise too. Safe and the way the world's going now, everything's being buried.
Yeah.
Power lines, gas line, everything's being buried. So one of my key things was hydro. And again, that's what I did up here on Evergreen. Hydroed the whole hole out. You don't have to worry about hitting a gas line. You don't have to worry about fiber. You don't have to worry about any of that. It don't even hurt it.
Hydro versus a backhoe
Yes.
versus hitting one of those.
Stuff out.
Even though
Backhoe.
you maybe got you a bud, and if they missed it, the hydro is not
Yep.
going to demolish a fiber line.
Right. Exactly right.
Yeah. So it's in there.
But that's a
Yeah.
lot of times anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So.
There was something else I was gonna say too, because, back to my small one. I'm gonna keep ranting on it. Right now I'm in the position where I worry about that thing every time I need, because if it worked great, it'd be used every day. Because these things are used for maintenance and just upkeep of the system. You can use it every single day. And I looked at getting one just slightly, it's like mine's a 3-yard barrel. That's small. I priced a 5-yard barrel. $400,000. When I can get a 10-yard barrel, 1,500 gallons of water for $5,000 or $500,000. And like I said, the one I got now is just, and when I priced to revamp it was $200,000.
What was the one you had?
The little one I got right now.
The one that we have for the demo.
Yeah, that was that's similar to what I've got, except that was on the back end, which I love that too. But that's similar to what I'm talking about getting, is what I want. Because that's what we need.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Especially if you got to run, 800 feet of sewer line. Because a lot of the places that we have, we can't reach it. But because the one I got now is like 275 feet.
Well,
I mean, and I could put some more on it, but it's still not going to do what it needs.
you can tell Bobby hadn't taken the expenditure lightly, given the front of the sheet, and it's something that nobody else would ever want to use this anywhere else in the city, right?
We're not going to be lying.
No, okay.
Can we use the many-
They let you drive that in the parade.
Do it, I'll drive
There
it.
you go.
I'll drive it.
Let's make that deal.
I'll drive it.
You guys have any questions or concerns about this purchase? Okay. Bobby, you want to move on to land improvements and talk about the different projects we're working?
Okay, yeah, on the water, they're still on water, ain't they? Okay, yeah.
Sir. O'Reilly's phase 2?
Yeah, that's basically when we jumped that on a go, because when Mega Mills was planning on putting that building in, they were gonna roll right over our sewer line and it was gonna go over the water main. So they were planning to change the sewer, but now they backed out or whatever. So they're not doing that, but we still need to get that water main out from underneath the drive-through at that store, which is gonna come around and come up to that road behind Dairy Queen and stuff and go towards Oak Park.
This is an artifact of relocating Oak Park Boulevard and it got left.
Yes.
And the state doesn't do that anymore, thank goodness, but we're
Mhm.
left holding the bag on this one. And so that was underway before the,
Yes,
before Mega.
we planned on doing this for a
Right,
while, but that just kicked it into gear to do it. And now we just need to do it. I mean, and plus that's old line and stuff too, so.
okay.
Little Rock in Atlanta. Now that sounds like, no, we're not running from Little Rock, Arkansas to Atlanta, Georgia, okay?
That's the one I talked about with the grant fund, so it's just a
That's a-
complete wash.
that's a
We'll
pass.
spend it
That-
and
that-
we'll get
that is
reimbursed
funded.
for it.
Now that's the wash there. That's
That
the
is
wash
off
there.
Long Valley Road. Yeah, when you go up Grand Oaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turn down Little Rock.
Same thing with the water berm that you see down there, water plant berm. That is, would be matching funds if we do get funding for it. That's what that is. It's not pass through, but it is, it's a grant, it would be matching funds for the grant.
Little Rock and Atlanta, we're adding customers to that.
Correct.
Yeah, so that is the residual grant funds that
Yes.
Bobby has worked really hard with Rivercrest and we've gone through and we were allowed to keep those funds and have been I think really proud of the guys for doing that extra work and we've really improved life for our water system. I think a lot of enhanced fire protection up in that area. Well field cleaning, that's a standard price, right?
Yeah, and I want to say something about that too. I think normally our cleaning is one a year. I have a feeling that we're gonna have to go two a year. I'm gonna have to clean one here in the next month.
You're off schedule on one of them? Okay.
Yeah, so.
So this is a redevelopment of it. They go in and put some cleaning solution in it and brush it and then bubble it and standard fare.
Exactly, you know, I mean, and I mean, we need to keep our wells pretty
And
clean.
cleaning the actual well.
Yes.
Like all the way.
So when you're pulling from the aquifer, you're bringing the fines to you. So it's a cleaning / redevelopment of it. And there's what's the name of the contractor we use?
Lanes,
Yeah. So they're
not the port.
That's
Say,
that is exactly what I thought when I first got involved. Like, "Well, these guys doing this in, hold it."
thank you for the-
But
lanes track.
yeah, but they've been our contractor for quite a number of years and they're recognized.
Right.
So that's a redevelopment of the hole and you wash back your sediment away from the hole and it increases the flow back to where it ought to be. So you got your well pump size for the flow of the hole and what you're doing. And if it falls off, it causes problems. You can tell it by sound oftentimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But, yeah. Well, I mean, we'll get it burned with it.
Any questions on water? Okay, you'll turn over the next page. You got the water and sewer fund, 721 sewer. But did you talk about personnel, how we split that?
I did not.
All right, personnel is split 70-30, water and sewer, and that's just that, in that phrase. Okay, so whatever our cost is for personnel and their benefits, 70% is covered by water, 30% is associated with sewer, okay? Nobody is specifically directly singled out for that. So that's to help you understand why we've got the personnel the way it is. Again, we've gone through, we've isolated the location of a lot of these. Again, this one is also coming in a little bit less by about 50,000 than last year's budget. And again, we're probably because of some of the items we're gonna go over next, if you look at the last page. Technical equipment. We're looking at lift station control panels, lift station pumps, blowers and aerators, and phase one flow metering. And again, I'll let Bobby elaborate on that.
Okay, yeah, on the lift station controls, I've actually upgraded quite a few over the last couple of years, control panel wise, but they're all outdated. And I mean, when you look at them, it looks like spaghetti. You can't, I mean, it's just not, you can't work on it. And then one of my fears is every time I get a call from like an Omni side or something, I mean, something's gonna be fried. You know what I'm saying? So what this is to do is to start updating most of our older control panels. That has all the electronics and float systems and stuff in it. Not necessarily doing the wet wells or nothing, but it's just the panel itself that controls the pumps. And then also, obviously, then some of the pumps are getting outdated. So we're gonna have to start, switching out. Mainly, most times you can get 7 to 10 years out of a good pump. So, but most of them's been in there a while, so we're gonna slowly start getting new ones put in. Blowers and aerators, those are at the sewer plant. That's the last piece of the puzzle over there for me to,
No, that's,
Oh.
I'm just celebration.
I thought you said stop.
I raised my hand. No, I'm happy to be the last piece of that puzzle.
Yes, hallelujah.
Yes, hallelujah.
But,
Preach on.
so, yeah, I'm finally getting all the last little parts for that, but I still need a few more blowers purchased and a few more area, which like the 20,000, that's plenty. So might even be a little less than, but that's what that one is. I'm still trying. I don't know what the phase 1 flow mode is. I think I mentioned that the other day because I don't remember talking about that.
You don't know, we don't.
We were talking-
We discussed,
That's not us.
Which one?
it was on the list.
Yeah, the
The
flow
list.
metering. I don't remember.
I don't remember it either.
Because if that's, because that, I'm pretty sure that
Is that with,
was
is that with the
last-
fire department or is it what?
I don't know.
I'm saying.
I just know the.
All right, there, we just peeled off $50,000.
Phase 1
We'll put it on the back of that vacuum truck.
was with the treatment plant last year.
Okay, well, maybe it didn't get pulled off of
That's
that.
an artifact.
That's what I'm thinking, because
Yeah,
I don't
probably an
have
artifact from the
anything.
last one, it didn't get pulled off or whatever.
That's an artifact.
So do we
So
need
we
to take
think-
that out?
Get ready for that.
I don't know what it would be. I mean,
Uh,
I really don't know what it would be.
Dan, does that ring a bell with you, sir?
I'm looking at you. I think it's an artifact from last year.
Yeah, I think it just wasn't taken out.
All right, well then, if you will, I will remove that from there.
All right.
And the 275, that's the other half.
That's the other half, yes.
The generator.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
550 is the generator.
Yes.
Okay.
You had me confused. I was like, well, that's.
He's gonna get
The
275.
change
I was
is
fixing to ask if that should be on both.
So that's,
It will
65,000,
be utilized for
guys.
both departments anyway.
with a price like that, we're gonna, next time there's a big fire, you'll probably get paged out. That's you're talking fire truck money now.
Now I see why you were selling that so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that.
No,
That's not that bad.
I mean, seriously, and we've talked about this in a fair amount of detail with the condition of the overall budget on this department. I mean.
It's 505. I'm sorry.
That's a big one. And the condition of the overall budget, that's Bobby knows where he's at.
Yeah, very last page.
And he's making it loud and clear how important it is to operations.
Yeah, that you didn't.
Okay.
It's making my job a whole lot easier.
Well, and it's, I want you to have an easier job too, but you got tangible improvements.
Thanks, Dave.
And again, I don't know, we're not done yet, right?
Yep.
Okay, well,
Unless I
so,
mean, that goes to the extent of what we're
Talking
asking.
the generator truck again.
no, we're done with that. I think he's done.
I can try to say, I got paperwork right here.
We
I
tried.
haven't step up.
I'm ready to come up to the altar on that one. But this one, and it's in flux. I mean, there have been identified revenue improvements. We've got tangible projects that are coming on board. They're going to help us out on both the water side and the sewer side. And they're projects that each one of them, you really can't mash the accelerator. They're moving at their rate of flow. But the big one is still bringing that project to an end. We've cash flowed $2 million out of our operational income into that. So when that's settled out, this sheet looks a lot better. Okay, but we had an update meeting on that. When was that, Dan? Like week before last? We had an update with our council and brought it back to the top of the pile, but I really wasn't able to get a good tangible number that we felt good. I mean, we could have put it in here and ran that, but it would be speculation on how that actually came out. I mean, we feel quite comfortable that we're gonna see some real cash flow. So that's one, I guess while I'm harping on it, that's one we still, that's probably the second thing. One is the payment in lieu of, that we're talking about, that number might change. And the situation and on this sheet may change too before our next one. Okay.
You took 50,000 out of the sewer capital projects.
Yes.
So that 505 now went down to 65,000, so that'll reduce.
And in this budget, there is on salaried employees. You want to talk about that hold? Of what we got budgeted here for salaried employees?
Oh, yeah. We actually have in there, $75,000 between the water and the sewer, to use towards a utilities manager position. The benefits are also included in that as well. We split it just like everything else, 70-30. So you'll see a salaried employee, even though that's not Bobby, that's would be if you go that route in this next year. So money was appropriated just in case that's done.
So it's a vacant position of water manager. So it's in the budget.
So is it gonna be like what Roger did, or is it gonna be a little bit different?
Be a little bit
That's up to
different.
you guys. I don't know.
Be a little bit different. And the reason being, no, it would be what Roger did, but it's different. We're a small business. Roger was able to do a lot of work for kind of a city engineer role. And so, finding this role.
What Kevin Murphy,
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
because I know Roger did a lot.
Well, I didn't mean it that way either, but
I'm complimenting.
But
Yeah.
finding the right person for us at that price is quite challenging. And actually, because of the situation it's been in, it hasn't been filled for this last year.
So that's included in the paying personnel
It's also in this budget.
it's in the budget.
If you look at the expenses, where it says at the very beginning of each one, you'll have salaried employees and the hourly employees. And the managers would be a salaried employee, not an hourly employee, okay?
So
line for that.
line 105, 721, line 105, that's a vacant.
That's 30% of it. 70% of it's in the water, so it's 75 total.
So it's line 105
Yeah, and both
Yeah.
water and sewer.
in both.
Yes.
So we budgeted for that open position that looks like the sewer manager or the utilities manager.
Then, on 104, just short question is, this is the office payroll cost is what you're taking,
That's reimbursement for
or how do you figure that?
it's 50%, isn't that right? 50% of the wages.
And I take what our salaries are and our.
And does he do it on the whole office?
Not me,
No, but
the ladies.
Yeah.
50% of the clerical are the ladies. And that is, y'all know it's a utility office most of the time. So that is, again, that is our effort to do enterprise level financials on the utilities department. So that's why we got transfers every month. We pay a water bill and we transfer collections. And so that is because that we've maintained that enterprise level separation of church and state, so to speak. And pulling up Roger as an example, he was doing stuff for the city and he's being paid out of utilities. So, it depends on who the talent pool is when you start interviewing for that job and what you can fill in. It's a regular small employee. We want you to do this. And oh, yes, what else do you bring to the table? So I think we're for our size of utility, I think we're very unique in the state because of our clientele and the nature of our community.
we've not.
No, we have not. Certainly have not. So we have, Bobby's got operational help, he's got technical help, and we've got engineering help, and we're using the consultants. So depends on how that one's filled. Some of those numbers that are being expended there could be swapped around a little bit. Depends on the person.
Definitely.
Anything else?
Oh, man. I gotta take a break. I'll be back. Okay. I'll be back.
Yeah, I have 3 items. I want to just make sure I caught everything with you guys. That I'm gonna change, okay?
When the mayor gets back,
Comes back.
when the mayor gets back.
Not that we wouldn't like to hear it. Well, I just wanna make sure I wrote everything down that y'all said. So that if we pass this ordinance for the first reading, then you'll know that I'm gonna make those changes to the next one.
Oh, that's good.
I just wanna make sure I catch them. Everybody is taking notes because I'm not the phone.
There's changes, Glenda, you know that, there's the changes to the,
And also the bag of.
no, you don't have to do changes. These are the changes that took place when I took that 50,000 out. Those are the
Oh,
new
yeah.
numbers.
You wouldn't think that they are.
Okay, but do you want them or not? Let's get them later.
Yeah,
When I do.
I get some more.
Good deal. It's already been changed.
Yeah, yeah, like some.
I've changed, it's already changed.
I'm trying to be quiet.
You have your.
You were.
Let me save that. You can't have it, I gotta read it, but you're gonna read it.
Sorry
about that.
Read it. Probably hear it over the.
You're not gonna read it this month, give me that back. Which one are you gonna read?
I turned.
I made changes because of the change in the 50,000, changed these lines.
You didn't use your red pen?
Not for that,
All
no.
right, sorry about the break.
Oh, you're good.
He's got multiple, you want to borrow mine?
Okay,
Any on the utility questions, anything else? So that one is a little different to get used to.
oh, jeez, why did it do that?
What?
I wish they'd done a summary on this freaking 2026-04. I was thinking budget, I didn't even, I'm going, oh, what was it? All
Well,
right.
you want to do that now or you want to do an and finally?
No, it's time to, I mean, we're ready to move on unless you guys have something else on budget.
Yeah, she wanted to.
Oh, Grant's right, Glenda's got something.
No, well, we can discuss it before you do the.
We're ready.
Okay. I was asking them, I wanna make sure I caught everything so that if we do this for we pass the first reading, that they know I'm gonna change these things. So I'm gonna set up the opioid fund so that we have that listed. But I'm gonna look at the pilot. Hopefully I'm gonna get some information, so that number may change. And then in water and sewer, he just removed that.
That's been fixed already.
Is that every?
So the pilot is gonna, if we can get the information, it'll be in the budget.
If it isn't, you can
And
also
we-
come
we-
back and amend the budget.
Yes. And if we don't get that information, then depending on how big it is, it may call for a budget amendment when it does happen. And it's okay either way.
Yeah.
If we know enough information to get it in now, it's best, but it'll be changed if it's not.
The only thing that would change the bottom line would be the monies that's coming in, not, the opioid's not gonna change the
No,
bottom
we
line.
can-
Mhm.
It's just gonna be separated so you can see it.
Right.
And so that's not actually, that's not part of, it shouldn't be part of the actual budget ordinance. It will be part of your line items that you got, your worksheets, but it won't necessarily be part of this.
I wonder if the county would have any, if they would have gotten any information on that. Yeah, the county might have gotten any information on the file.
I wouldn't think so.
That's first. It's ours.
I think it's like seven.
We issued the bond. We closed the bond. The pilot,
Review to.
yes. That's my understanding.
If they had any information on it for their budget purposes.
That's not what
They
I'm
would just
getting.
wait on
That's more than what I'm getting.
That's a valid question.
What was your range in case?
We can make that
because
call.
We build in money for increases when someone gets a license, when someone gets that. And so we put that in there. We build that above
But
what the highest paid is.
They might be waiting.
So that they have the ability, if they get a.
Well, if anybody, nobody's called you, I think.
They can get an increase. Okay, so that's how we do that.
But do you budget that in the budget?
Yeah, it's always in the budget. Anything that you see in there has been taken care of by the budget.
Yeah.
What I was saying was that if with John retiring, if this was what he was making, that we wouldn't wanna, if we hire a new city administrator, that we wouldn't wanna start that person there. Most likely at what we're paying John now.
That's understood.
So
Oh, there's gonna be a search.
that expectation.
Well, you don't know.
We don't know who the candidate
You
is
don't
yet.
know that it would be lower. That might be what it takes to get a,
If you want a qualified candidate, you may not be going much lower.
right.
So without knowing which way it's gonna go, we left it that way. And depends on, there could be some overlap too. Preferably, there will be some level of overlap and how much time that actually is. So it's hard to predict that. So,
You could make the bottom number lower just to give you some flexibility. But we don't know.
I mean, just because it's in the budget, don't. What we have to do.
I guess that's what I was.
Well, does it? So that range, you would have to fall in that range unless you amend it.
Unless you
Oh,
amend that,
yeah.
unless you amend that ordinance, that's
Peace.
the range that you pay.
I understand
Unless you
that.
amend that.
Okay.
You can amend it down the road. I mean.
We amend that all the time.
All the time.
We've, every new hire we've had, we've amended it. It's
Several
frequently, I
times
can't
we've
hardly
amended
name the
it.
one that we didn't amend it on. Well, I mean, when we hire a new manager type individual, it's very common to go amend that pay budget. Right?
Yeah,
Several times we have, yes.
yeah, not sure, we had,
Um,
not several new.
Well, I mean, not, I'm talking about other individuals, when we change positions.
This position, I mean, the city administrator position is one that the council is. I mean, the council's one who approves whether or not you have a city administrator. The mayor.
Yeah, they fund
The
it.
mayor can choose not to spend that money that's in there. To
Correct.
take away the position, the council has to change the ordinance.
Yes, we're not talking from there.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I remember doing it a few times with hires that ordinance is, it's not uncommon for it to be opened. Okay. And so,
And there've been times we haven't filled a position.
But I'm talking about this one in particular.
so you're right, we're kicking the can down because we don't know who the candidate is going to be yet. And it may or may not need modification. Mhm. But it's y'all's ordinance. If we, yeah, well,
No, that's just an interesting range. It's not very big. That's just what I think.
I mean,
It's the range is kind of from what I was making last year or this year to a little just above what I'm making this year,
well,
would be making this year.
um,
Not that I'm making the maximum, it's just that it's that range.
Gotcha.
You have to meet all your media obligations and all that, and you make the maximum.
I won't be here long enough to make the maximum, okay?
so,
I don't never say never.
Oh, God, you're right, but
That's Kevin's.
they never, yeah.
You never, ever.
Hey, I said that and I wanted
I've seen a lot of
to.
words over that in my lifetime.
This one was not supposed to happen either.
I'm never doing that again, boy, I'll beat that up.
I missed,
Amen.
I missed the start of that. What'd you eat?
No, we don't want to discuss that.
Yeah, I never do.
Never
say-
Yes, I never.
Oh,
He said
okay.
he didn't
All right.
get crow several times.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
If we have to change it, we can change
A
it.
good recipe for crow is hard to come by.
And see where that, I mean, that's gonna be, after we get the budget passed, that's gonna be our next big task as a council.
Right.
Is unfortunately.
I mean, if,
We're not looking forward to it. We're not very happy with it, but we will. You're gonna have to.
You
we're gonna
don't
have to
ask
address it.
questions you don't know.
Correct.
are you guys good with that? Leaving it where it is, knowing you're going to reopen it versus trying to propose a lower number? I mean,
I'm okay either way. I would be okay with lowering it. I mean, the advantage is if you come back and have to open it up and it's just gonna be more public. Well, it's gonna be a thing.
well, it's gotta be the upper end needs to be there to sustain our current person throughout the start of this budget. So that's gonna be there. We're transparent anyway. And, more than most, public sector employees have to live with that. That's part of the equation.
but
Well, couldn't you go with 100,000?
you can make, yeah, right.
Because you couldn't pay me what I'm getting made.
Well, the lower.
No, they leave the top end where it is.
What are you talking about? Oh, down at the bottom, bring it
Yeah.
down?
I finally
Now,
read,
now I'm with
I
it.
finally got on board what you needed.
Okay, now I see what she's at.
See how tight it is? But you look
Yeah.
down through, we're tight on.
Yeah, I mean, all of them.
All of them are tight. And like I said, it's not uncommon to open that one up. It's not, we don't open it up for all of them all the time, but when we have the big hire, I'm used to being involved with opening that up. It's not. So, I mean, if somebody wanted to propose something, I don't know that you'd want to stop at 100. You may want to go 90 or something. I don't know what it is. We haven't met the person yet.
Don't know.
Do we
I
want
would
to get,
want
we want to go
Steve
through these
mentioned.
first and then discuss that with that at that point in time? Because we've not gone into that ordinance. yet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All
That's
right.
approved. That's
Well,
later.
yeah, we got to go.
That.
Okay. So if we stick with the agenda, you're just rip roaring to go at this 2604, right?
2604.
Okay. So we're going to go back into
All right, where we at?
manufactured homes. So on the agenda, we had the budget workshop. So we're going to reset and everybody's going to forget all these numbers that are like glue in your mind. And we're going to go to the second reading. This is the final reading of the qualified manufactured home language.
If you want to go change the oil in your car, when you get
Right.
back, I'll be done by about that time, so.
A motion.
You don't have
a
a
motion.
summary?
Accept, right?
God, I wish I had a summary. Do you want to hold this off till June and do a summary in June?
Accept, right?
Okay,
Can we not do that?
I mean, I don't.
Linda.
I don't care.
sorry. Can we table this until June?
16 years. I get a crown. Yes.
Can we table this till June? Do we need to make a motion to table this ordinance for second reading until the June meeting and do a summary?
Do you need it?
I mean.
It doesn't matter. It's up to them.
Okay, so we would entertain a motion to table this ordinance to June. We got a motion to table ordinance to June. We have a second.
So,
All in favor? Aye. Okay, so we're gonna keep our budget brains
Okay.
on and we're gonna put that to,
Nita.
Nita and Kevin, acclamation. See, there you go. Making life easier for you already.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Oh, no, don't.
So.
Thanks, council. So we had old business. It's on the agenda. We disposed of it. We're ready to move on. So, consider the first reading of ordinance 2605, establishing personnel. Somebody want to make a motion to introduce?
I'll make a motion to introduce.
I'll say.
All in favor? Okay.
This is where we can discuss.
Summary, yeah, you can.
I mean, if that's what we so moved to do, I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah.
You want to change that
Would
one
you-
figure to 100,000?
You go ahead and read it first. Or we.
No, you
discuss
can,
it?
I mean, we can discuss it because I'm just gonna I'll read a summary of it.
Well, it's a motion to introduce and you got it in front of you and it's got to be read. So
You
we
can
can, we can read it or discuss it, whichever one, I think.
You can discuss it after a second.
So it was denied.
Mhm. Is that the only issue that you guys had?
That's the only one that I.
Okay.
Maybe lower to 100 and. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
that's,
what I was
I mean,
thinking.
Yeah.
Well, the only danger of that is if that's not low enough.
Yeah, sure to say, like, what if our best candidate has 15 years of experience?
Well, then you don't have to start with that. That's just if you have somebody that doesn't have much experience, that you can start with them. That's. I mean, you will.
Well, I think for 100,000, they better have some experience. It's not going to be a green one.
Right.
But you-
And we want somebody like that, but we got to
Yeah.
find somebody like that.
And if it's not, again, you can amend the budget.
Oh, yeah.
There's no wrong answer. You,
Not the budget, but the ordinance. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
it's this way. This is a matter of preference,
that.
matter of preference.
Yeah, I
You
just
said-
didn't understand why it was so tight.
You
But
guys-
I think that's good.
I don't think it matters, but 100.
and I'll take it.
Yeah,
Well,
do too.
I don't, I'm with Ralph. It really doesn't. It's a workable thing either way, but if you guys like 100,
I'll make that
Okay.
change.
It would potentially just save us from having to come back at it.
All right. Okay, I will change that, or we'll change that to 100. Summary of an ordinance 2026-05 establishing a personnel and pay classification plan for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2026 and ending on June 30th, 2027. Pursuant to KRS 83A sub .070 sub 2 and the Calvert City Ordinance 30 subsection or section 31.02 B and C, the city council has adopted a personnel pay classification plan establishing compensation rates for the various classifications of employees of the city and non-elected city officers for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2026 and ending on June 30, 2027. The complete plan and ordinance adopting the same is maintained by the city clerk at City Hall located at 861 East Fifth Avenue, Calvert City, Kentucky. The undersigned attorney is licensed to practice law in the Commonwealth of Kentucky and hereby certifies the foregoing as a summary of the ordinance of the city of Calvert City bearing the number and title identified above. So now you'll also notice that the city attorney is not on here. That's the other thing that's different from last year. City attorney is not in here.
Used to be listed here.
Gotcha.
I make a motion to accept. This ordinance.
Well, we've already had those motions.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. but-
Rita's gonna call the roll on the
No,
first
okay.
reading.
Okay. Councilwoman Shelton,
Yes.
Councilman Howard,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hale,
Yes.
and Jeremy's absent. Councilman Brown
Yes.
and Councilman Stokes.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we take a motion to introduce the first reading. You ready? Of ordinance. That didn't look very confident. 2606
I was trying to change when it's open somewhere.
2606, adopting the city of Calvert City annual budget. A motion to introduce.
I'll make a motion to introduce.
Got a motion and a second. So we're going to introduce it. You ready?
Yeah, did they vote?
No, I'll do the roll call.
You're right. Ordinance 2026-06, an ordinance adopting the city of Calvert City, Kentucky annual budget for fiscal year July 1, 2026 through June 30, 2027 by estimating revenues and resources and appropriating funds for the operation of city government. Whereas the city council of the city of Calvert City, Kentucky has reviewed the budget proposal of the mayor and has developed a budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2026 and ending June 30th, 2027 in anticipation of the financial needs of the city. And whereas the city council of the city of Calvert City, Kentucky has reviewed and approved the proposed budget of the board of public utilities for the city's municipal water and sewer system. Now therefore be it ordained by the city of Calvert City, Commonwealth of Kentucky, that the annual budget for the city, including the city's municipal water and sewer system, for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2026 and ending June 30th, 2027, hereby is adopted as follows. Estimated fund balance is July 1, 2026. General fund, $6 million. Capital project, $6,271,666. Special revenue funds, $836,528. Estimated revenues for general fund, property taxes, $1,507,000. Payroll tax, $1,700,000. License and permits, $1,872,500. Intergovernmental revenues, general fund, $64,000. Special revenue fund, $53,000. Fines and forfeitures, general fund, $6,000. Charges for services, general fund, $140,000. Other revenue, general fund, $583,000. Special revenue, $173,725. Total estimated revenue, general fund, $5,872,500. Zero for capital projects and $226,725 for special revenue fund. For total resources available, general fund, $11,872,500. Capital projects, $6,271,666. Special revenue fund, $1,063,253. Estimated appropriations, general government, general fund, $1,282,429. Capital projects, $175,000. Police, general fund, $1,436,217. Capital projects, $110,975. Fire, general fund, $181,450. Capital projects, $300,000. Special revenue fund, $15,000. Sanitation, street, $1 million, and general fund, $1,153,100. Capital projects, $741,250. Special revenue funds, 500,000. Sanitation, general fund, 402,550. Capital projects, 260,000. Economic development, general fund, 294,300. Economic capital projects, 100,000. Parks, general fund, 648,300. Capital projects, 624,500. Airport, general fund, 202,400. Fire training center, 59,250. General fund, 65,000 in capital projects. Cemetery, general fund, 59,000. Capital projects, 75,000. Beautification is 0. Total estimated appropriations for general fund, $5,718,996. For capital projects, $2,451,725,725.
Get it?
Special funds,
Stay on it.
revenue funds, $515.
You're doing good.
515,000. Good.
We gotta
Give me just a second.
read it in case.
Thank you right there.
Excess of revenues over or under appropriations. In the general fund, 153,504. Under. In capital projects, $2,451,725 over. In special revenue funds, $288,275 over. Net change in fund balance. In general fund, a positive for $153,504, a negative capital projects of $2,451,725, and a negative special revenue fund of $288,275. Estimated fund balances as of June 30, 2027. General fund, $6,153,504. Capital projects, $3,819,941. $3,819,941. And special revenue funds of $548,253. Municipal water and sewer estimated fund balance as of June 30, 2026 is $1 million. Estimated revenues from operations is $2,759,625. Capital grants, loans, and transfers of $173,000. Total estimated revenues to $2,932,625 for total resources available of $3,932,625. Estimated expenditures operating $2,621,690. Depreciation $565,000. Capital and debt retirement. This has changed because of the $50,000 we took off. $1,480,075. Total estimated expenditures, $4,666,765. Excessive revenues, over expenditures, $1,734,140. Depreciation, $565,000. Net increase or decrease. Yeah. $1,169,140. And estimated fund balance as of June 30, 2027, $169,140 to the negative. Here, end of the lesson.
Okay, so we're ready to vote.
We're ready. Okay, Councilman Stokes,
Yes.
Councilman Brown,
Yes.
Councilman Rao is absent, Councilwoman Hale,
Yes.
Councilman Howard,
Yes.
Councilwoman Shelton.
Yes.
Okay, as for the first reading.
And thus concludes the special call meeting.
Thanks for all y'all's hard work.
Yeah.
Great job.
So it's about that time where
Your job,
think-
it's your job.
unless somebody wants to arm wrestle you for it. Got a second? All right, we're going. Anybody opposed?
Heck no.
Heck no. Everybody's gonna have to grab some burritos and some chips before they go to the house. You have to work on that cooler for cerveza.
Yeah. When I get home. He looked lost.
Get all that.
I said, let's go find it.
Oh, you did? Thank you.
I said, let's go with them.
That was in phase one.
But he didn't know what that
Low
was.
meter.
Oh, yeah.
But I still. I had to do-
I got it, my favorite for this. I was like, I have time to look at this. Yeah, to get this.
They already started this year. I guess. No, I guess not.
Got my tongue wrapped around my eye teeth. I couldn't see what I was saying.
Oh.
You don't hear that much anymore, you know?
All of it. That's a lot.
I remember that as a kid. Tell me that.
You didn't do it.
The,
Bye.
Night.
We're all brain dead.
Right with this.
Very. Idea.
67.
Yeah.
I'll take the batteries out. One thing I found, if we don't take the batteries out.
Pretty good round.
French.
Ryan.
Pretty good, yeah.
Oh, did everything.
That's always mess.